Lord, as I bask in your essence, be the last of the freshmen, was slightly jaded but passive aggressive. Long-winded, you had me questions. I was mad in the session, the energies changed when I had redirected. We through the corridors, I'm chilling my daughters forward, working for commission like Biggie Jigger in Baltimore. The Hal Moon, they wild like Calhoun, you cheesy like Calzones. Your chorus now doomed. I'm Victor Vaughn in this Omni-Man, but more omnious. Aura and all my obvious, can't see me, that's obvious. Through worse of years, we beat the odds, we persevered. They turn their head with closed eyelids and open tears, lit like open flares. On streets where no one cares, they coming for my soul. Stone told Rocky I was so prepared. They barely legal, they paralegals. We gonna treat you like algorithm invisible. We barely see you, pussy.
I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. It's raining and the clouds are open, slowly draining. I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. We're sailing till the waves are crashing, slowly sinking.
Current thicker than Ovaltine and no ravines. I'm so high, climbed a beanstalk of golden beans. We don't train, there's no routine, we hold and squeeze. When stakes is high, we cash them out on open seas. I play they dad, I schooled them both, the birds and bees. They never learned and got burnt to the 3rd degrees. This is chestnut checkers, they playing shoots and ladders, moving daggers, roaming through body parts like you cadavers. Just getting at them as if you would matter. Ironically, I sent the invite months ago, now all they do is chatter. They with the T, I train like Mr. T. My chains like Mr. T, they aim, they miss and leave. Try to brawl, then they fall like missing leaves. He take it home, act like a dog and his missus leave. Now brothers up the block got a face on some Krispy Kreme, and he just wanna cry right now on his Twitter feed.
I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. Oh, it's raining and the clouds are open, slowly draining. I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. We're sailing till the waves are crashing, slowly sinking.
Lord. Yeah, you now rocking with the snap in the motherfucking building. Shout out to everybody in attendance. Pull up, man. Repost the stream, man. Repost the stream. We in the building, man. This is Snap Reloaded, man. This is episode 1. I'm actually start marking these things so, we know exactly where we going, what we doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's going down, man. Tapping in, man. Got my homie pulling in. And we got motherfucking Loba. Huh? Talk to him. Let him know what you doing.
What's up? What up? Cooking. Just got finished cooking. Started late, but we eating.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, so we tapped in right now. So, I got my homie VG about to pull in the building. Loba in here, man. We about to really talk about some things, man, because I was just strolling through YouTube and just tapping in with a lot of different things, man, just watching current events and all kinds of stuff, man. And this podcasting thing is something that I've been really trying to touch on, man. I think like a few years back I had did like rugged recaps with something that I was doing, and I was kind of like talking about just a bunch of things like was going on at the time, man. There was a lot of current events at that time that was, felt like, I didn't think it got the proper DYR, man. It didn't get the proper deep dive to really talk about and chop it up. So I think that's what we're gonna do here with the Snap, man. Like, it's not only a music review show, like we will be opening up a day during the week. I just gotta figure out what's a good day. I'm thinking maybe a Wednesday or Thursday. I'm gonna start doing music reviews where I want y'all people to send in y'all joints, man. So I'm gonna post my email in a few. And how that's gonna work is, man, you tag, in the subject line, I want you to put the Snap and put the name of the song and artist right there, just so I know exactly what it's for when you send that email. And I'm gonna do a music review and I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion on this shit. Honest, man. It's gonna be really it's gonna be really like it's not gonna be what y'all used to in them spaces, man. And shout out, man. Right now we on Twitter, we on motherfucking YouTube, and we on Twitch right now, man. I'm probably gonna get my Kick account started, man. I tried to sign in, but it was giving me a little issue with the sign in. It was taking too long to log in, but. We're going to be on a lot of different platforms. Every time you see the Snap podcast and you see the Negro Turtles up there like that, you know what time it is, man. We not with the other time, and I'm here to
Negro
participate
Ninja
in things.
Turtles.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, we definitely we're gonna chop it up and we're gonna talk about some things. I got a list. All right, hold on. I think we got Rocky pulling up in the motherfucking building. Too grimy. What's good, man? You in here?
Yeah, I'm here, man. You hear me?
All right, yeah, man, we in here, man. I know the boy at work, man, but say he'll be chiming in from time to time, I believe, man. But yeah, make sure y'all reposting this drink, man. If you in the building, man, like unless you ashamed of your boy, don't retweet, don't repost, don't do none of that. And you could just watch from the sidelines or be anonymous if you want, man. But we like activity over here, man. When we doing our drink, we want it to be a real interactive immersive thing, you know what I'm saying? So we want, what I'm saying, people to, to comment, let us know what you think about what we about to talk about, because we about to get into it. I'm waiting for my other guests to pull up, and we're gonna start that real shortly. So, but I got a list of 7 celebrities. All right, a list of 7 celebrities, and this episode 1, man, is called cancel culture for a reason, man. So we definitely about to talk about what I mean? Just how, the before and after of whatever the shenanigans was, whatever the controversy was, whatever what I'm saying, whatever the shit was, we definitely gonna tap in and start talking about, I just want y'all opinions on, certain artists, certain celebrities when we get to them. I think for the most part, I think some of y'all already know some of the names that's probably made the Thanos list for this cancel culture episode 1 of the Snap. You know what I'm saying? And another one thing, FYI, man, episode 2 coming real soon. I think I'm gonna do episode 2, man. I'm gonna be real consistent with the shit. So just get used to seeing me in these live streams, man. I'm not gonna be as inactive or be in spaces like I normally do. I'm gonna start doing some more other things, man, because that's how I flow, man. But what I want to say is episode 2 is coming up, man. If you do want to be a guest on the Snap, man, just hit me with a DM. If you're on YouTube, hit me with a message. I don't know how that works on YouTube, but you can comment on the video, I'll see it or whatever. Twitch, same thing, man. Just comment on that drink. Let me know if you want to be a guest. But our next show, man, is going to be titled "Who's the GWOAT?" The greatest woman of all time. So, for those that's going to be a guest of that show, man, I want y'all to have a list. Have y'all 4 or 5, have y'all Mount Rushmores, man. We're going to really debate who really the GOAT when it comes to this MC and shit for the females, man. I think that's really going to be an interesting joint. Shout out to VG. We had a dope TMU space like last week where went we went back. We went to the fucking 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and we done played everything from MC Light to Queen Latifah to Nicki to Cardi to Lauren. You know what I'm saying? So y'all should be reminded by now. Y'all should already have an idea of what's on your list when it comes to the GWOAT. Who the GWOAT? We gonna talk about that shit, huh? You know what I'm saying? What you think? You gonna be here for that, Loba?
I might be. I gotta get
Right.
my list together.
Yeah, get your list together because we definitely going to tap in on that. And do remember, man. I know Rocky and shout out to Rocky and Odo Mac. They got a talent show going on. I think every other Tuesday, and it's Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday they got one. So check their timelines, man. Flyers and all that be out there. The promo game is heavy, man. Shout out to Promo Gang. You know what I mean? This is Snap area, man. We in the Snap right now. And we gonna talk about some shit, man. No sugarcoating, no BS. You know what I mean? So. Let's get ready for it, man. I'm about to hit VG up, man, with a text, man. See where she at, see if she pulling up. You know what I'm saying? So we could get into this list, man. But while we waiting on that, and I send this out, let me spin something, man. I think I'm gonna spin something. Blaine, what up, man? Appreciate the repost, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. You pull in, you rock with your boy, you show love, you hit the button. It's real easy, man. So this shit free admission. All we ask is, the repost so people know, your friends know we in here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to talk about some things, but I think it's going to be real interesting tonight, man. Word, man. So shout out to him. Let me see. Let me do this right here. So we can have them comments up on stage, man. Just so when y'all showing love and y'all want to have something to say, we can see right on the screen for everybody to see, whether they on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube, man. They'll be tapped in. You know what I'm saying? But shit is about to get real interesting, man. It's about to get real interesting. Shout out to Regina, man. Once again, man, showing love, man. If you was, around earlier, you tapped in. She went through some of that Thanos Vision project, man. A little freestyle project I put together with my man Vision. He produced every record on that joint, man. Definitely was a dope. I ain't heard this shit in a long time, so it was dope to just sit there and reminisce on, the moment. I think I was out in Minnesota at the time I put that project together. Took us like 2-3 weeks to put it together. It was nothing really, like, you know what I'm saying? His beats was just so sonically dope to me that it was just real easy for me to jump on them shits and just freestyle and rap. You know what I'm saying? So here we go, man. But shit, we got my homie, the other, my other guest, co-host, guest, TMU, runner, founder, VG Rasta in the motherfucking building. What up, homie?
Yo, what's happening?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, bro?
Well, you good. You crystal.
No.
Crystal.
Say no more. What's happening? What's happening? What's going
Oh,
on?
I got a
late.
list for you, BG.
Uh-oh.
I got a list for you. And we're gonna
I
talk
believe.
about it. We're gonna talk about it. I
Let's go,
definitely
man.
want to know what you and Loba, got to say about it, man. I don't know if Rocky gonna be, able to tap in on everything, but he probably will be able to squeeze in some lines here and there. So, it is what it is, man. But this super villain is Sundays, let's not forget, right? And we about to get into this shit,
That
man.
is a
I
fact.
need
That's a
people that's
fact.
in the building. We at 26 viewers right now. I need y'all to be reposting the room, man. And don't forget, I can see what you're doing. I'm on my Chris Kringle shit. I know what you're doing. I know when you're naughty and I know when you're nice. All right. So I'm gonna need y'all to repost that room, man. Don't be ashamed. If you ashamed, this ain't the lane for you to be in. Okay, we about to get into some shit. I gotta go get my charger real quick from downstairs, but.
Yeah, that's what I need to do too.
Word. All right, so yeah, we about to charge up. We about to charge up, but while we do that, right? I think, as a matter of fact, since my man's in the building, man, we're gonna rock to this one joint, and I think it's a good introduction to the show we about to do right now because some of these people that's on this list, Rocky might have been talking about. Okay. He might have been talking about a few of these people when he sat there and wrote this, this heartfelt verse. You feel me? So let's get into that, man, real quick, man. So joint from the super villains called Fame.
You don't know what I mean.
It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
What I mean. Lately I've been thinking about the price of fame. It's a lot of weird things we need to rearrange. A lot of things need to change. Shit is really strange. I've gotten closer, now I'm thinking I should disengage. Certain stories I done heard got me filled with rage. A lot of grown men that like they women underage. A lot of young boys violated. If nobody else does, well then I'ma say it, Put that on God, I hate it. Fucking weirdos, y'all need to be isolated. I ain't selling my soul just so I can make it. 3 eyes open and I've awakened. This year I'm really on my super villain. Cause it's really fucked up what y'all do to children. This is food for thought, you should have a bite. All the fame cost is a sacrifice. I'd rather the bragging rights. Man, picture me needing a Frenchie. Imagine, right? Yeah, but I appreciate him. And I'm super grateful. Plus now I see why I don't need a label. I'm focused on being stable. I tell an old sick bastard try and hit me with his cane if he think he able. A lot of y'all are demons with some evil spirits. Money ain't the root of evil, it's the people with it. So-called elites, just to be specific. With this music, if we speak, we could be the difference. Play the song loud if they clip me. Cause I'm running this marathon for Nipsey. This is spiritual warfare. It's on, yeah, this God people versus y'all people. Oh yeah, it's up for all you. We don't care the ladder of success you climb, you gon'
Just
fall
give me
there.
the money.
Let me live comfy. I don't need the fame. I don't need the fame. Just give me the money. Respect on 100.
It's a
I
cabal.
don't
It's
need
a
the
it's a
fame.
consortium.
I
They
don't need
they
the
rock
fame.
with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper they're a better team. They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
Look, the cost of fame is similar to price to tea in China. The super villains, too many records if you seen the priors. We had to settle so untrue so we don't hit the liars. I was discouraged with the rubbish, had to be inspired. Too much fire, had to move them out. A campaign for these lanes, what they do for clout. Degenerates, the bad boy tabloid, the ignorant, the welcome to Hollywood, fast cash, the innocence. The hurt's real, I digress, we work still. We representing for all I fallen on Churchill. When the brain can't contain all these thoughts and words spill. When history repeats itself, type in S in your search field. You know the name, super villains, you know my flame. I lost it, then got my hunchback, it's Notre Dame. I feel like 55% of this world is full of fakes. You add another 30%, that's for the snakes. You add another 10 on top for all the hate. And you want the whole world behind you? Is you straight? I mean, I'm good for real. I got an album and a movie deal. Comic book just tell me who to kill. They cautious when approaching you with skill. They brought your vices knowing you would chill. Spaces invites knowing that you would chill. You know the vibes, these magazines is for your essence. Before you jet with an ebony, just get your lessons. Find your tribe, mine was called Quest. We with my rock through midnight for a small check. Another mic and interface that will be all set. While we was shooting air balls, they getting all net. They trying to throw some crumbs down until y'all gon' fetch. They try to put you in the pocket like a small pet. My baby mama banged my line and she was all vexed like, where's the dough? What you mean you ain't got it all yet? Just give me the money. Money, money.
Let me live comfy. I don't need the fame. I don't need the fame. Just give me the money.
Money, money.
Respect on 100. I don't need the fame. I don't need the fame. Just give me the money.
Money, money.
Let me live comfy. I don't need the fame. I don't need the fame. Just give me the money. Respect on 100. I don't need the fame. I don't need the fame.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You're not rocking with the dopeness. The snap is in the motherfucking building. We have 40 viewers right now, man. We need the numbers up. We averaging about 120 a piece. You know, every time we step out here on these lives, man, we going up. We, you know, the goal, we trying to get to 200 viewers.
Oh yeah,
live
we
in
definitely hitting 200 today, man. So y'all
You
better
hear
get
that?
to sharing
them
this,
know, yo.
man. Go on, share this live out, man. We gonna do it big for my boy Thanos today. Y'all averaging 100 and something. Now we gotta average 2 something today, man.
You know
Come
what I'm
on.
saying? And then next
You
week we
heard?
had 3. And then we
Yeah,
got
3. Yeah,
we
you
about
just
to
keep
go
going
up.
up and up and up. You know what
We
I'm
going
saying?
up because you know why? Because we about to talk about some things, man. This is episode 1 of the Snap, man. Snap Reloaded, actually, man. I put it down in my notes. It's, you know, we got the No Recoil, you reloaded, right? And, you know, that's like, you know, we came back again. We spent the block on them. No pun intended. The Rocky got another drop coming real soon. Check that out real soon. Spin the block. It will be available real soon. Digi Beats. You know, we making moves over here, man. But look, the Snap Reloaded, episode 1, canceled culture. Now, when I told you this, VG, what was your initial thoughts when I sent you that text saying something about cancel culture? What you thought? Where you thought we was going with that?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't know. You brought it up today. I don't know, man. Where we at with it? Like, are we speaking on the people who have been canceled, or like, or
Right.
the Like, what exactly are we covering here
Yeah,
today?
nah, that's it. You hit it on the head. So really, pretty much, I think a long time in a place called the Music Underground, we had a conversation about this slightly. We didn't do no deep dives into it though. We kind of just touched and go with it. Um, I got a list. I keep talking about this list. I got a list of 7 people that I just wanna
Say
get
the
feedback.
list. What's on the list? Who's
I
So
on
was
the
what's
gonna
on the
say, are
list?
these
list?
people that have been canceled that's on the
Yeah,
list,
they
or
either
what?
been canceled or was
Okay,
canceled or are canceled as far as we
okay,
know
okay.
it. And so, let's do this, man. We just got to set it off, right? So, with starting off with number 7 on Thanos' list of canceled culture, what we talk about, man? What we talking about,
No,
man?
not
Fat Joe.
Joey, not
Joey
Joey.
Crack.
What we thinking, man? Let's talk
Hey,
about it,
I ain't
man.
even
This is
gonna
number
lie, bro.
7.
This is gonna be good. This gonna be good because, hey, man, I've been hearing a lot of controversy surrounding the boy Joe.
Yeah, so what you know? Because I mean, I heard like a couple things, man. So like I don't know, he might be pre-canceled. Like he might not even be all the way canceled yet. But
He one foot
so
in the door. He one foot in the door.
so what you know, Loba? Like give me anybody got a backstory to like what's the word about
I
Fat
don't
Joe right
know
now?
what's going on. I know I did see something come across YouTube about him messing with underage girls. I really don't know, to be
That shit is
honest. Like
What?
crazy.
I didn't even hear
I'm
that
not
part.
sure. If anybody know, they can put it in the comments. But yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
something to
see,
do
I
with
didn't. That's not the controversy I heard. So the controversy I heard about Joey was more so, like with the hip hop. I don't know if he was like if he said something in an interview that kind of like I heard some things about him with the black culture. With him making some comments on it. I don't know. I feel like we may be hitting all spectrums with Joey Crack, man. Looks like
I
he
think he
got a
getting
lot of
sued.
controversy surrounding him.
I think he getting sued right now.
Oh boy, see, didn't know that either. So what's the get down on
All right,
crack,
so tell me this. Can y'all hear me
Thanos?
right now?
We can hear you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, that's good now because I came out of. I'm not in the like. I'm not on that screen with y'all, so I did go to Google just so like I love to be able to fact check some shit, right? So
Yeah.
rapper Fat Joe is currently facing a $20 million lawsuit filed by his former hype man Terrence T.A. Dixon. The lawsuit alleges uh financial fraud, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion. Coercion. I don't
Oh,
even know that word. That's
So I
that's some
think
shit I
that's
might have
I
to
think
take
that's
note.
coercion.
coercion.
Coercion. That's
Yeah,
how you
it's
say it.
basically yeah. It's so I don't know if this is if I'm reaching, but it sounds like something kind of like the P Diddy, like how like Diddy was doing with not the baby oil part, but just the part of just him being owning his record label and his
Mhm.
artists probably not getting the right financial pay.
Right.
He probably was robbing them the same way Diddy was doing his artists. So I don't know, but go ahead and finish reading, bro.
Okay. Y'all still hear me, right? I don't know if I
Yeah.
muted up or
Yeah,
not.
we can hear
All
you,
right.
boss.
Yeah, so sexual manipulation and violent intimidation. The lawsuit alleges Fat Joe forced Dixon into hold up. Hype man, right?
What?
Listen now, let's go back to the beginning. Hype man Terrence T.A. Dixon. And now it says in this manipulation, violent intimidation shit, it says the lawsuit alleges Fat Joe forced Dixon into numerous sexual acts with women and with okay, there we go. Boom. With women and threatened him with financial or physical harm. Dixon states he was subjected to psychological manipulation to maintain his position with Fat Joe's enterprise. So, yeah, so it's like it's a snowball effect, man. It's a lot of you know, it's a lot of I don't know, like it's crazy like how some of these things happen, like with one person goes through some shit and then like somebody else steps out and then somebody else steps out.
Yo, I said no baby oil, but I take it back. I take it
Mm.
back. Maybe there was some baby oil involved. I don't know, but it is crazy that you know what I'm saying. There is the Me Too culture. You do know when somebody says something, then there's the Me Too movement that comes out, and you know to a certain degree I understand it. Like I get it. Some of these stories are true, and some of them are not. Now, whether I'm just like, if this is an accurate accusation, why did we wait until now to do this? Why is it just now coming out?
Hmm. Yeah, it says Fat Joe, former hype man, alleges rapper
I
forced him into
agree.
4,000
Why
sex
now?
acts. 4,000
Yeah, I
sex
just feel
acts.
like it's just convenient because you got all the stuff going on with Diddy, and once Cassie got that lawsuit off on Diddy, I feel like all the
Open the door.
victims, yeah,
Yeah.
man, like they
Coming
just
forward.
thought that was their opportunity. I'm gonna be real, but I could be wrong, but I don't know. It just kind of seems a little off to me. I'm not saying that this isn't right because I haven't done my research on this. This is
Hmm.
my first time hearing about this.
Yeah, nah, yeah, I heard
So
about this shit like last week, I want to say, and it was like, it was saying some wild shit that like he was really on some like aggressively making this dude do it. Like it sounds crazy. So you telling me Fat Joe forced you to, hey man, yo, you gonna sleep with this girl. You gonna have sex with her. That's what
yeah,
like
I
how does
don't
that
know if I
work?
can believe that. I don't know, man. But hey, you can't put anything past people. You never know what was really going on behind the scenes. But I just
Right.
have a little bit of suspicion on why it has like why is it now that it's you decided to bring this out. So
Exactly, man. So
that's
I
my
don't know.
only
That's kind of
concern.
crazy. Rocky, you in here, man? You got anything you want to add to this? Do you hear anything?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. I'm listening. I really wasn't aware of like what was going on with the. Um, I can say, being from the Bronx, like
oh shit.
I know a lot of people that know Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up in like neighborhoods and stuff like that. My cousin is actually a real good friend of Joe. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, as far as like his character goes, I don't know anything about him, being so much a bad person. I know back in the day, him and Flynn used to, wild out.
Yep.
Mhm.
Um, so I can't really, you know, I can't really
Get
put
too much on
anything
it.
past him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As
Mhm.
far as like violent things, because there's a lot of stories that I know. I know a lot of things
Mhm.
about. I know a lot of things about Big Pun that a lot of people
Right.
don't know about
Did
Pun. And
y'all so did you hear about this? So you being from BX, right? That's your hometown where this guy's from. Have you heard any rumors or anything about Fat Joe messing with Remy Ma at one point in time? I just
no,
seen like a video like yesterday, literally like yesterday it was saying like they was having like a
Wait,
little
you said
affair or some
Fat
shit.
Joe and Remy
And
Ma?
Remy?
Remy. Yeah, they said that he was
yeah,
sleeping with Remy and shit. Like, okay. And that's why they fell out. Him and the whole situation with him and them falling out and the Papoose shit.
personally,
Nah, I
Can you
ain't
I've
look
never
up
heard.
never,
any
I never
artifacts
heard
on
nothing
this,
like that.
Thanos? Yeah, you should try to
I've
look up
never,
the receipts on that, man.
I never
I've
heard nothing
never
like that.
heard that, man. As far as I know, it's always been a real brother sister
Sister,
type of
yeah, that's
thing
a
with them.
yeah.
I don't
All
know
right.
any, I mean, again, like I wouldn't know, but I mean, just as far as like people that I know that are mutual with these people, you know what I'm saying? It's always been, with those two, and even with Huns and Remy, it's like a brother sister thing.
Right.
Okay. And the XXL Mag had posted something recently about Fat Joe Cole's accusations he had sex with minors discussed in line. So they also saying that, the hype man did say that, a lot of them were underage women as well. You know what I'm saying? So these
Yeah,
are
that's what
just
I heard.
yeah, so accused of sex trafficking, fraud, and new lawsuit. So this is like, ABC News posted this June 19th, man. So this is like, literally last week, man. So he is going to court for it. Dude is trying to, get he got a $20 million lawsuit against your boy, man. Shit sound crazy, man. Shit sound crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, $20 million
I'm
lawsuit is nuts. I don't know, man. I think we're just gonna have to do some more in depth like research on this. I don't
Yeah,
like to like just talk on stuff that I haven't like delved
we
into.
not locked in
So
on
I'm
yet.
not. I'm definitely not gonna like just accuse like or go along with the
Bash him.
saying that this is
Bash him
actually
on it.
real.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
We definitely fact checking. That's why he made
Got to
number
fact
seven on the
check.
list. That's why he made number
Facts,
seven on the
facts.
list, though. You know what I mean? Because it was like it was something that's very new, and I know that a lot of people probably ain't privy to the info on it yet. So as that shit unfolds, we definitely tap back in and spin the block. if necessary for further conversations on that, man. But shout out
Yeah,
to those in the
it'll
room, man.
definitely be brought back up if if it's something of context, and it'll come to light if it needs to. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. All right, so boom, so now we got that out the way, man. That's Fat Joe, man. Number 7 on the cancer culture list. You know what I mean? That I put together, man. Of just I want to make sure that when I do these snaps, and that we got certain type of themes and subjects that we're gonna get on, so we can kind of have it more focused and concentrated. No distractions, no trolling, no extra bullshit going on in the spaces. You know what I mean? So that's what I think is a great asset to what we doing right now and how we going about it. But for those that just tapped in, I see we have 56 right now. We have 56. We need the numbers up. We halfway there. Let's get to it, man, before we get to this number one on this list.
Where all are you streaming at right now? I know you on YouTube. Where else you
Yeah,
at? You
YouTube,
on
Twitter, and X.
Twitter and X, same thing. All right, so yeah,
I mean,
all right,
my
yeah.
bad. Twitch and X is what I
Twitch.
meant.
Oh, Twitch.
Yeah,
All right, yeah,
Twitch.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. So y'all make sure if you're watching on any of these platforms, if you are, just share it out on those platforms. If you even on a different platform, share it out on a different platform. Try to get the numbers up in here, man. We talking about the cancel culture. My boy Thanos got a list for us. Man, he already
We
done
at number
shot me with
7.
number 7 on the
Number
list. My boy
6. Y'all ready for number
Joey
6?
Crack. All right, man, we loading them up. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Number 6 on Thanos' list is yeah, boy.
Who? Will Smith?
Oh
Talk
no! I'm
about
on
it.
mute. I'm on mute.
But nah, I knew it. I knew
Why
somebody
you
was gonna
on
want to mute
mute?
out.
Hey
Why you on
man,
mute?
not too much on Willie, man. Come on,
So how we
I mean,
feeling,
but
man?
what
let's
did
talk
Will
about
do?
him.
What did
Ain't
Will
ain't no ain't
do?
nobody canceling Will, man.
There
You
ain't
know what I'm saying?
nobody
Will,
canceling
I
that
heard
let
boy
he
me let
from
just
me
got
let me
Philly. You
tell you
divorced.
heard?
something. Will is just being a Libra. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get stupid. We walk
Not
up
the
and we smack
Zodiac.
them. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
So wait a minute. Why is Will supposed to be getting canceled? Why? Talk to me, Thanos.
Why is he on the cancel list,
For
Thanos?
smacking Chris Rock, however many years ago.
I know that's not why he on
That's
this
what they was
cancel
trying
list.
to cancel
There's
him for.
no way that's why he's on the
You
cancel
don't
list.
remember he was banned from the Grammys for like 2 years?
He
Listen,
was.
who cares that he slapped Chris Rock? Who cares? That is
I
not a
mean, they
reason
want
to
your
be
kid.
canceled.
But hey,
You know
hold
how
on.
many?
One of y'all mute up. One of y'all mute. I mean,
All right, I
everybody
got you.
mute up. Let me see if it's y'all loves me. 'Cause somebody was
Thanos, you sound mad robotic and shit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's y'all shit. I think it's somebody on that end. I hear it on. I just heard it when you talk. I don't hear it now. Do I still sound fucked up? I'm mute.
Yeah, on my end you do.
Yeah, your shit sound crazy. You mute up and let me hear VG.
Yo, can you hear me?
You straight.
Okay.
Lobo,
It
let me
sounded
hear
like
you.
it was coming from your end at first,
Yeah,
but
it
it
did
sounded
at first. You sound better now, Thanos.
Yeah, it just came back in again. Hold on, let me get this right. I might. I think if I pop out, it's not going to end because y'all in here. But let me see if I can swipe out and come back in.
Yeah, I think it's his. It sounds like it's like,
it sound like it's coming from him.
yeah, it's like a static or something. Hopefully you can it's probably
But
from
yeah,
him switching from both panels. I don't
I
know
don't think
why.
I don't think Will Smith is gonna get canceled because it looks like he trying to like people's forgetting about 2 years ago. You know?
That's what I'm. But my thing is like, why are y'all trying to cancel him now for that? That happened mad long ago. Like,
Right.
y'all, like, it's
Well,
too late
nah,
to.
I don't think he's saying they're trying to cancel him now. It's the fact that they was trying to cancel him. They're not
Mm.
trying to now. I feel like he's been uncanceled.
I think Thanos is trying to talk, but we cannot hear you, Thanos. I don't.
Right.
It's.
Yeah, I ain't
I
saying
don't know
nothing
what
yet.
is
Just got
wrong
back
with it.
in.
Okay, okay.
You got to get the audio together.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that. It sounds like mad crackly over
Uh
there.
huh. Crackling. A lot of crackling going on.
I know I hear it. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me see if it's any of y'all. Hold on one second.
How could it be us and we like? What do you
I was
mean?
about to say, I hear you. I hear Loba, like she's clear.
Yeah,
Um, I think I'm clear.
yeah, you're clear.
Okay,
So
it's just when I
it's
really
a
think
toss
it's only
between
when
Rocky
Thanos
and
talk.
Thanos.
It's either
It's a toss.
yeah, it's either one of y'all two. I don't know which one. And do one of y'all have headphones in or something? Maybe it's the headphones.
Right.
I feel so messed up. It's like as soon as y'all
Every
stop
time,
talking,
every time you talk, it sounds like crackle.
I mean, do we need to you need to put us backstage and bring us back? Just let me know what
yeah,
you
I'm gonna
want
try.
to do,
I'm gonna
bro.
try that. Let me see that. Let me see if that works. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, it's not us. You're the only one.
Yo, see, I don't hear nothing now. Let's see. Hold on. Let me hear you.
You,
I heard it a little bit. I want to
you
say.
still say, yeah, you still sound crackle though.
It's not
Yeah,
us, Thanos. It's you.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think it's you, bro.
It's
it is
it's
you.
Cause
not
I only
us. It's
hear it
you.
when you talk. To be
Mm-hmm.
real.
Y'all only hear it when I talk.
Yep.
Yep.
See, now I don't hear nothing. Let me see. I wonder if it's the
And
area
I was
like where
gonna
I'm at.
say too. I was gonna say too. Are like when you play music, did y'all hear the music playing?
Yeah.
It keeps going. The music keeps going in and out for me.
I didn't hear the music at all. I just heard him when he
Mm.
came back. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe a little technical difficulties. I probably I'm on the website version of this. I don't know if I should be on the app version. I don't know, but y'all just let me know what I need to do.
I don't know. I think it's got to be on Thanos' end because at first we were all good, but then
I
it
was
just
gonna say
happened all
that
of a
too.
sudden.
Yeah, we were talking pretty good and it
Mm-hmm.
sounded fine. So I don't know if it happened after he like put the it like happened after he put Will's picture up because it wasn't happening before that.
Right.
Yeah, see, yeah, ain't no canceling Will around here, man.
The will gods was like, you're not gonna, we're gonna take that down, boy.
They started messing with the stream quick. That's crazy. Give bro some time. I think he's trying to get his I don't know what would cause that though. Let me see. Let me look at some of these settings over here. You may have to check your audio settings too, 'cause I know it has different. So like for mine, if I go to audio settings, the mic that I'm using is my iPhone microphone, even though I have my headset in. So I could be using my headset microphone, but I'm not. So just
No, I
check.
don't really think it's y'all. It might just be my shit. My shit might just be because my phone be feeling a little hot. I did have my shit running like way before this. I just turned the screen brightness all the way down and shit. I had my shit up for like mad long before I even started this shit because I was like watching a live stream earlier and shit and all that. So like it might have my battery low. So like I just put it on the charger. But how I sound now? Still?
It still got a little crack, man. And it may be because it's dying. To be real, that might be what it is.
You said it might be what?
Your phone,
Like if
your
it's if
microphone.
your device is dying, then that might be what it is.
Or if it's getting hot, or if it's a lot of like, some people they spit a lot when they talk, and it might be
Yeah, shut your ass up. Whatever. Yeah.
it might be some saliva caught up in the fucking circuits.
Nah, y'all just sound mad staticky to me, so I'm thinking that's what it might be. All right, so check it. We got six left on the list. What I'm gonna do is, man, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna spin the block, man. Come back in 20 minutes. I'm gonna let my phone cool all the way off and charge up, and everything is going. We're gonna pick up right where we left off. Bet y'all gonna be good to come back in 20 minutes. We just do the shit in 20. Try it out again.
I mean, I'm gonna be around.
See, right now
So
you was
yeah, I'm
crystal
cool.
clear. I don't hear nothing now.
I mean, you sound all right now.
It was never us, Thanos. That's the point.
Thank
It's
you.
Shut your ass
Who's
up,
trying
man.
to tell you? We try to tell you.
So right now I don't hear nothing. So what? So
Nah, we back straight now. I think we
Yeah,
back good.
yeah.
yeah,
Is you?
I
Did you
turned
connect to the
the screen
charger?
brightness all the
Now,
way
now,
down.
if it goes off again because of when you put Will picture up here, we know what it is. All right,
Mm-hmm.
All
now,
right, because we about to. Hey,
oh, he threw it back up there. Now tell us why Will is on the cancel
I'm
culture
now
card
I'm
right
not.
now.
So this the thing.
Yep.
So this
You
the
see
thing.
the
It's
comments? Look at
canceled.
the comments. Look at the
Yeah, yeah. I
comments.
was trying to read them, but they too small. I can't see all the way down. Hold on,
Oh
hold
no,
on.
yeah, that was Regina saying everybody sound real good and she laughing and
Somebody else
shit.
said something about Will Smith,
Yeah, no Will Smith, Amber
Blake
Heard,
Lively,
Blake
Ryan
Lively,
Reynolds,
Reynolds,
Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher. No,
Kutcher.
not Ashton.
No Ellen.
Oh, y'all can't be up in here. Why is y'all canceling these people?
Ellen,
Listen, I'm gonna
Ellen
tell y'all right
DeGeneres.
now. Yeah, okay, Ellen, she's definitely canceled. She gotta go. Uh,
Oh,
Oprah, okay, yeah, Oprah can
yeah.
go. Who
Oprah can
else?
go.
Oprah can go. Ellen can go. I don't know
Ashton
what
Kutcher.
Ryan. Who is Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Nigga, dude
Yes,
that play
Deadpool?
Deadpool.
yes,
What did he
yes.
do? Oh Lord.
Yeah, y'all
Okay.
gotta comment and let us know why these people need to be
I
Somebody,
active.
did hear something
Lori
about
said
Ryan
look into
Reynolds.
all of them. All right,
Ryan
man.
Reynolds.
Listen, we gonna stick with number 6 on this list right now. We'll look into them in a minute.
So yeah, so this
What's
the
up with
thing.
Will, man?
So this the thing. Have in mind. So when I say cancel culture, I'm not saying that I canceled them or they technically canceled, but it was just how to y'all stance on it. So like, granted, the whole Chris Rock thing went down. He got his shit with Jada. Everybody ain't perfect, man. All relationships ain't perfect. We get that. But when that shit did happen, he did kind of like, we're not gonna act like he didn't kind of like had to go out there and put these apologies out there and all that. And then now he got this new freestyle or something that I'm seeing where he was kind of throwing shots at Chris again, talking about if you disrespect me on stage, I'm gonna walk up on stage and all that. So it's like, damn. So did you really mean your apology, or was that just some the politics of the game? You feel me? So let's talk about it.
Listen, I'm laughing because ain't nobody fucking with Will Smith, man. Will is a gangster, okay? Before he started rapping, before he started this TV stuff, y'all know Will was a real live gangster, right? I just
I
want
don't know.
y'all
I
to.
heard he was soft in
No,
Philly.
yeah, well, you might want to check the Carfax on that. Will was in the streets before he was Fresh Prince. Is all I'm gonna say on that. And another thing, if I'm gonna tell you like this, we all knew that Jada and Will were in an open relationship. They have been in an
Yeah, they
open
were.
relationship for their entire relationship. So this is nothing new. The world already knew this. So him defending his wife, it is what it is. Now, did he need to slap Chris? Hey, that's neither here nor there. But he did it. So it's over with. He already slapped the man. I felt bad for Chris Rock when it happened. He looked sad. I definitely felt bad. But it's Will Smith, bruh. If he want to slap him again, then hey, he gotta do what he gotta do. I don't know, man. I'm
All
just
right,
saying. I'm just
all right.
saying.
I don't know. They said Will Smith. I ain't gonna lie. They was like he caught up in the Diddy scandals. Like
Oh
he was. They
Lord.
was like he was trying to groom. I'm not saying this, allegedly. Let me just put that out there. I'm not saying that this is what it is, but I heard that I saw on YouTube and TikTok that he allegedly groomed is it Brashear Gray or the guy the boy from what's the name of it? What's the name of that show? Um,
You talking about the new version?
Empire, Empire.
Oh, Empire.
Yeah.
Really? I've
Mhm.
never heard that one before. I've never
It
heard
was
that
like
one
he was
before.
trying to groom him and introduce him to Diddy. It's like all these little accusations out about Will Smith grooming and being on some, Diddy time.
One thing I have heard about Will is his that I would say probably back in the day he wasn't the nicest person, especially to his cast members and stuff like that. He got Aunt Viv fired, the original Aunt Viv.
What?
Um, Yeah, so there was two Aunt Vivs
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Fresh
yeah. The
Prince. So it was the
original. I
dark
liked it the
one and the light
original. Yeah.
skinned one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well he got the original Aunt Viv fired because he was basically he was the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like he was running that show like it was his show because it was. But as a
Right.
kid, stepping into that type of platform and being able to just run your own stuff like that, he just didn't have a good attitude and like respect for his coworkers,
Mm-hmm.
and ended up getting her fired and getting her replaced. And then after a while, like apologized to her about it because he was wrong for that. But other than that, I haven't really heard too much about Will Smith, which is, him being bisexual. That's he put that out there. So there's
Yeah.
really nothing other than that I've learned about Will Smith. So I don't know if all this stuff is true. But we gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, this list ain't saying these people are like canceled automatically, But I think for a point, it was a period of time that your boy can't go to the Academy Awards, man. How that ain't canceled?
Well, he
The
still
awards,
can't. So he's
right?
canceled from going to the to
For like a
the
decade or some
awards.
shit.
Yeah, for a decade. In which my thing is that that is not like in my eyes. I don't really respect that. Will is giving those people so many Oscars and movies that they can award. You know what I'm saying? Like he's put in so much time, and when it comes to like he I don't know. I don't know if I agree so much with that. I think it was like very I don't know if it was a different color person doing that. I don't know if they would be suspended from the Oscars for 12 years. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like with this guy's accolades, yes, he did get up there and slap Chris Rock, but did he murder him? No. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a Will Smith supporter, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be quiet.
No, you know what? I mean, I ain't, Will made some great movies, a great ass actor, great talent, great dope artist. When he came out, and one thing I did appreciate about Will is like at that time, him coming out, he could have easily been on some drug dealing talk, some street shit, but he always like did his own thing. That's what I really appreciate about DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince was that he was one of those artists that wasn't scared to step out and do his own thing. Yeah, some people would say that he was a little too clean cut. Some say corny. Some say he was, what I mean. But like, him being the actor that we know him to be, and from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air and all that, it kind of makes sense of his character, of like the things he's done before it, and him being an artist like parents just don't understand, so all that. So what I mean. I definitely got mad respect for his career, man, and he's still very much valid as far as what he's doing. I know he got like some new freestyles out, and his
And he
TikTok
do
be
that
crazy.
show. The what is it? The new Fresh Prince of Bel Air
Oh yeah, the
show.
Bel Air joint, Bel
Yeah,
Air.
he. I think he
Yeah,
produced
that's
that.
where
Bel Air was fire.
Coco
Coco
Jones came
Jones.
from.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Bel
like
Air is fire.
he's still, yeah, and it's still a fire show. So that's my thing. Like I just feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people took the Chris Rock slap and the
And
Jada
ran with it.
thing and ran with it. But my thing is the Jada thing has been going on for decades. The same way that the R.
Yeah.
Kelly and Aaliyah thing was going on, and the Jay Z and the Beyonce. Like we
Hmm.
all seen this stuff in real time a long time ago. So for me, don't bring it up now. Is all I'm saying. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
All right. So now we getting into it. That was number
Who's
six on
next
the
on the
list.
list?
That was number six. Number five.
Bill Cosby.
I need
Big.
my Jello pudding. Jello pudding. Jello pudding.
Pudding
Mr.
pops.
Huxtable. Mr. Listen, okay, he's canceled. But one thing I'm gonna say is the Cosby Show is still
Yes,
the
I
greatest. Yeah, man. I mean, he's undeniably canceled, but I just feel like if y'all can't,
Undeniably,
y'all,
bro.
he's definitely. Come on, bro. He
All
was
right. So
putting
yeah,
pills. He
just
was
give us
putting pills in the Jello cups, man. Come on,
right. They
come
say
on,
he
man.
was slipping Mickey's sleeping in the ladies' drinks. The cast, the members on the set. They say he was doing it on the set.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, this is my thing. All right. So it's like we said earlier with the whole, Fat Joe. Right after this whole Puff situation, the Fat Joe situation. So, do we not think that maybe it's some extra shit going on where it's like monkey see, monkey do kind of thing, or is it kind of like a
Hell,
no
hell,
conspiracy there? You don't feel like it
hell
was a
no.
conspiracy against the
So
man?
so so yes, in an aspect of there are gonna be some monkey see monkey dudes that just try to jump on the bandwagon and get that check, but majority of those, you know that Bill had like over 50 something women like make cases against him. And he went to jail for these things. Now, one thing I've always been confused about is how he got out so fast. I still to this day don't know how Bill Cosby got out of jail. He's out right now living his free life, even though he was convicted of these charges. So there's no conspiracy there. He was convicted for doing these things. So like it's a difference of being accused of doing it and being convicted. Like I can't go past that. Like yes, I do
Yeah.
believe
Did you
some of those
follow like the
women were
court?
like
Was you like tapped in every day, like watching like the trials
I
and
was
shit
not
like that?
tapped in like that deep, but I did see a couple of them. I seen him walking in and he was doing the Jello pudding face. I don't know, man. It
Mm.
could be true, it could be untrue, but I just feel
Sheesh.
like if you went to jail for these things, like how
Mm.
untrue could they be? Like there has
Yeah,
to
I
be
mean,
some
I
type
don't know.
of
It's hard for
substance to
me,
that.
man. Like, I don't know. Like, this was a guy that, a lot of us grew up on. Like, he was that American dad for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like just
That's a
real.
fact. That's a
It,
fact.
it really fucked my head up when, like, I think I was so biased to it that I really didn't tap into none of the factual findings in the case. So I really don't know. I just know that he was charged of something, and then like 20 women or whatever. I'm like, damn, what's the chance? So you mean to tell me all of a sudden we all got the energy and strength 30, 40 years later to say something about shit that happened 30 years ago? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's bittersweet
Nah,
to
I
me,
do
man.
agree with you on that. Like, I do think that the way that it came about was
Yeah.
crazy because when, like, at first I was saying the same thing. Like, why are these women waiting until he's mad old and about to like not be here anymore to bring this out? They could have been brought it out,
Somebody,
but I
go
don't.
ahead. I'm sorry, Gigi.
Go ahead, Loba.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say
Yeah.
somebody in the comments said he got off on a legal technicality. So
So that's how he got out. I still don't understand. Like he was convicted of these charges, and then he got out within like 2 months. Like he wasn't in jail that long, y'all.
Nah, he was in there longer than that.
I don't know if he was in there
Let's
long as
Google
they
this.
know.
Let's
I'm
look
gonna
it up. Let's
listen,
yeah.
do the
See
Google
see how
search.
long he
this
was in it.
he I
I,
look
I don't
I
remember
He
looked
him
him up.
definitely
even
He's
didn't
getting
like
do
out.
more than
71
a.
years old.
Yeah, he been out.
Mhm.
He been out, Rocky.
Yeah, he's like 71
I
years
wasn't
old.
even aware. That,
Yeah, but
He's
that was the
71
thing.
years
It's
old and
like they
still
locked
working.
him up. They convicted him for the charges, and he did like a few months in jail, and then he just miraculously got out of jail. Like, and I'm just like, what kind of technical difficult or like what was it for him to be able to get out on a charge like that? Like you're slipping roofies to people.
They
I
said
don't
he
know.
they said Rufus. They said he
Did
they
three
said he
years.
got out in 2001 or no, he got out in
He did
2021
three
He
years.
did 3 years,
and he's
yo.
71 years
Yeah,
old
but
and
they
he's
also
still
said that
working
he was in one of those type of jails that was like one of them
for
Martha
stars.
Stewart jails. Yeah,
Like
he
the
went to the
Fed,
Hmm.
like
real
the
jail.
Fed, Fed prison type shit.
Yeah,
And he
he was
still
at the
worth
house.
$450 million.
Yo, man, that's what I'm just saying. I just like it's really, So the only reason, like, it's certain iconic people in African American culture that I feel like was like bigger than like larger than life kind of people, and he's one of them, right? To me, as far as like the entertainment side of things, and so it kind of puts me in the mind state of the whole Prince shit. You remember Prince had an issue with a big corporation, all of a sudden you knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Mike, he had a situation, all of a sudden knocked off. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, it's like why do some
Yes,
of
I
these,
do
big,
think
you
that
know what
this
I
is
mean?
the case. I think that's the case in some like cases, like for some people.
Hmm.
Definitely for the Mike, definitely for the Prince, like. But some of these guys are really just perverts. That's just what it is. Like
Mm,
we can't give a pass to some of these guys because they
mm.
clearly were doing some of these things and we seen it in real
Yeah.
time. It's just like I just said before. We still giving a certain somebody in hip hop right now a pass, but we watched him groom his wife. But I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
on mute.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit. I
Yeah,
already
you
know.
you know what it
I
is. You
wonder if
know what
Is
it
he's
he
on the
is.
talking about
list.
somebody on the list?
And that person is not on this list.
I'm sure he's not. I'm sure he's not because that's the
But
thing
we
that
gonna, you know
society
what? I
does.
think that I
We
think
just
that thing, being that there's no charges on him for real, like outside of just like rumors. One thing somebody did try to set off, and then that shit quickly faded out. But I think that deserves its own conversation on its own, so we could really, and I'm gonna really find everything we need to find. I know Rocky had things to say about him as well. I don't know if it was a Bronx Brooklyn thing when he said it, but that's neither here nor there. But
Uh,
yeah, we definitely could. You know what? I think if y'all want, we could find some time during this talk to definitely talk about it.
we
But
can talk
so
yeah,
about
what
it.
we
was this?
might
This
want to
was number
wait to
four.
the end because they might get you up out of here once you say
Yeah,
them
we might
names.
close.
I
We
ain't even
might
gonna
close on
lie.
out with that. We're gonna
I
close
ain't
on out
even
with
gonna
that
lie. Yeah.
being an honorable mention. We're gonna let that be an honorable mention for the list. So what we had? We had five. So we had number seven. Who we had? We had Fat Joe, right? Then we had who was after that?
Will Smith.
Will Smith, number six. Bill Cosby, number five. And I think we need to go here.
Tory Lanez.
Let's talk about it. How y'all feel?
He didn't
I
shoot that woman.
mean, you
Period. He
said
didn't
what?
shoot that
Free
woman.
Tory, free
He didn't
Tory.
shoot. He
Yeah,
didn't
I don't
shoot
think
that
he
woman.
died. I ain't gonna lie. To me, this is how I feel. I'm gonna just say how I feel, and I could be wrong, but I feel like he didn't really do it. Like for real, I feel like stuff hit the fan for him when he started promoting how he was didn't need any record label, and he was like how much he made, on with NFTs. I feel like
Yep,
like that's
you
the
hit the
last
nail on the
main thing.
head. You hit the
That was
nail
the
on the head
main thing
then.
that I seen. The last thing that I really seen him do on a live, and like maybe a good month after that, it was all this stuff with the pool party and Megan, and and
You
all that
smart.
stuff came
You're
about.
smart. You're a smart lady because I'm telling you right now, all of that was definitely a plot, a scheme. His daddy was out there when he got locked up. He said it himself. Y'all heard the words that man said. I'm not gonna repeat them, but
Uh-huh.
y'all heard them. So
Uh-huh.
we know that it was all a plot, bro. Like, and we seen the actual video of Megan testifying, or before when she was getting asked, she said she got stepped on glass. So how do you
Uh-huh.
go from stepping on glass to getting shot? Like, I don't know, but I don't believe it. I
Yeah, my
think this
thing
is
is this
one of
though.
the
Like, if
ones
you
that
got shot,
definitely
like,
ain't real.
don't like, if you want to, find a man guilty of it or sentence a man to jail, like, you would think that the investigators would like, they would get a medical research on that situation. Like, how can did she step? Either she stepped on glass or she got shot. Now, if it was a bullet fragment in her foot or something or whatever, like I'm not getting that. So a lot of this trial shit, like that's my bad for having this kind of conversation with y'all and not really doing my research as far as the trial, the legalities of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But from what I've seen and just on the surface, I'm talking just I'm just real curious on what the people think. So that's really why I did this. Did this for episode one was just to tap in with y'all and tap in with the people in the comments, man, and y'all let me know what y'all think about these people that's on this list and I don't know, man. Legally, like, I don't know how he get there. Then, like, how you go from somebody saying they stepped on glass till they got shot. Like,
That's what I'm saying,
The
and the
dude
it
that
fact that
just
it's
that
connect.
was in the car with them said that it was the girl that shot
yeah, they
him,
said it was a
not
girl
Tory.
that did it, but Tori don't want to say it was her, which I can understand. But at the same time, it's just like I don't know, man. I don't know if this is what actually happened. Nobody knows other than the actual people that were there.
That was
You
there,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And so at this point, like the man's in jail. His career has been tarnished. There's no going back from that. He's
Yeah, so you
now,
just feel like so VG, you feel like that he didn't do it though. I'm not no longer
me
session. You
deep
feel like he
down
didn't.
in my heart, VG
Yeah.
Rasta does not believe that Tory shot Megan. I never
Okay.
did believe that. From
Okay.
day one, I never believed that he shot her.
I remember seeing a video where he was kind of like he called, I guess, the other girl, and he was like apologizing and shit like that. What was that about? You remember that video? It was like some audio or some shit that
Yeah.
leaked.
So because I don't know. For one, it was a lot going on with that situation. They all were on the internet making posts and videos and
Right.
going back
Yeah.
and forth. And I think that a lot of it was just trying to save face of the situation of what really happened. Because for one, they was at one of them celebrities, the Kardashians' house.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
already,
Pool party.
yeah, it was at the pool party. And I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that story was just saving face on what actually happened instead of letting the real truth come out, because there probably was some, man, who knows? Who knows what really happened? But I feel like Hollywood is not gonna actually tell us like what
Right.
actually happened. And the fact that this man's dad was like screaming to the top of his lungs, Rock Nation, like what,
Mm-hmm.
why what does Rock Nation got to do with this?
Right.
So I don't know.
Man,
Yeah.
if Rock Nation got something to do with him getting locked up, it's kind of
Didn't he
wild.
get stabbed or something? They say he
Yeah, he
got
just got
hurt.
stabbed
Yeah,
like
he got
multiple
stabbed up
times.
bad. He almost died.
Right.
Yeah.
Meg is signed to Rock Nation, and who does Rock Nation belong to?
I'm
Right.
not saying that name.
Yeah.
I hear you, kid. I hear you, man. Um, yeah, I mean that's my thing. So like I mean, I hear what you're saying, Rocky. I see what you're alluding to with that shit, but like to say that, man, like you would have thought that the motherfucker had been got caught up in some shit. I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, how? Like, how does you selling a million NFTs or like not even fucking with us when you're supposed to? How does that, equate to that? Equate to we're gonna do that. We're gonna try to take him out of here. Behind what you think? You think Rock Nation needs him like to that point where they're gonna do move like that and pay somebody in prison to try to take you out?
So I
I
think
mean,
it's kind of like the situation with Drake and XXX, to where
mhm.
it's like Tory literally was the wave before this happened. Like everybody was on Tory's little wave of music. Tory's the greatest. Tory, like me personally, no, but I did like some of Tory's music. So I feel like when you have an artist on your label that's bigger than your biggest artist on the label, that becomes a problem. And when you have that same artist drop the label and go independent and make more money than you ever gave them, then that's a double problem. You know what I'm saying? Now he's promoting this to other artists to do the same thing. Now you're
Oh
Right.
trying
yeah,
to
he a
be
problem. We gotta
Right.
drop
yeah,
a
you're a
dime on that.
problem. You a
Right.
problem.
Right. Yeah.
I get that. I get that
So
part.
it could have just been on some gangster, so a gangster move. You know, you don't really don't know how these people be behind closed
In the
doors. You
industry,
know,
that power,
right?
that
And you
money is
messing with
power.
people money doing that. You messing with people. They could be looking at it like that. Like, yo, he messing with our money. He was potential. He was. I think he was gonna sign with that label, and then he backed out because of his progress on Web3 or whatever. So I want to say I really don't know. I think that's what happened though. I think I read something about that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then so people was like, "Oh, you think you're gonna do this?" And I don't know. I mean,
I mean that's definitely possible. But like I said, so when you saying that, it kind of brings me back to like I said with the whole Prince shit, and anytime it was like a certain artist going against Angie Stone. She just had a situation. She had a fallout with her label. It was a money thing going on. Then all of a sudden, her fucking her vehicle flips 12 times. You feel? You see what I'm saying? Like it's very coincidental, but like it's
Yeah,
spooky. That's some spooky
that and
shit.
that Angie Stone thing, I still ain't set right with me, bro. I don't know, and I definitely don't. I don't rock with how they did her. Like they did not help her at all with that funeral. So crazy.
Yeah, that shit is very disappointing, and it's just
wow. See, I don't even know
yeah.
what happened with that. I just know she passed, and a lot of people was saying it was fishy stuff going on,
Yeah,
but I
nah. So
don't,
yeah, right before that, they was like her last live, actually like her last one of her last lives. She was sitting there talking about how they don't want to pay her money, like she's due a lot of bread
Yeah,
from the
I saw
from
that. Yep,
yeah.
I
So
did
and
see
then
her
right after
thing.
that, this happened. So it's like. You ain't got to pay it now, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, like, business and personal are two different things, and people in business that's like really on some G shit. And there's no telling how them people gonna move, man. I really feel like, they say the Illuminati and all that type of shit, and or the higher ups. That small circle that's up, the higher you go up, is going to be a small circle of people, and they have their own agenda, and they controlling the agenda. So like when you're dealing with that kind of shit, man, like I really can't put nothing past it, this shit,
I
man.
mean, look what they did to Michael. As soon as he bought he was about to buy pretty much the majority of Sony and own most of these big like artists publishing. He already had owned like the Beatles and like Eminem. Like he went and bought a bunch of like people's stuff. So he literally was about to own majority of Sony and they killed him. And I'm standing by that. Like I don't care what anybody says. I truly wholeheartedly believe they took Mike out because they didn't want him to. They didn't. I don't know. I feel like once you get to that big of a level, I'm not even gonna be surprised if Tyler Perry. Let me be quiet.
Oh man, see, these are new. I think these are new entries, man. Fat Joe, Fat Joe, Jay, who and Tyler Perry. These might be the part two, man. That might be that cancer culture part two conversation right there. Definitely keeping a note of and tracking everything we do episode out as far as like episodes and new episodes. Like I said, the next joint will be Tuesday, man. I'm doing one Tuesday, probably a little earlier, and that's gonna be who's the GWOAT. GWOAT, who's the GWOAT in hip hop? FMCs. We done went through this shit in TMU recently. We had a list. We played everything under the sun. I feel like from everything from Rage, Bahamadia to the Brat, Missy, fucking everything. We done learned a lot. So hopefully everybody minds is restored on and not forgotten the Queen Latifahs, the Moni Loves of the world and all that. So, definitely tap in with us Tuesday when we're gonna sit there and we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna see, how these lists add up. I want everybody to get a list of 4 or 5, not just the people that's, co-hosting and guessing with me tonight, but for those that's gonna pull up to the snap, have your list, man, because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break down these lists and see who keeps being at the top two, top three of that list every time.
I got
Hey, I
another
did see a.
answer for that, but I'll save it for the show.
I just was reading some of the comments, man. I seen Justice said that they wanted Bill Cosby's property and rights to his show, which I can believe that. I definitely can believe that. So um yeah, man. Hey, it's
Yeah,
definitely cases when this is happening to like they're trying to stop the growth
yeah.
of a person, but some of these cases, not so much. So.
Okay, so what about let's getting back to this list. Getting back to this list. Yeah, boy. How we feeling? Let's talk about it real quick. Who's surviving?
Wait. Oh. We don't even got to talk about this. Look, come on, man. What we need to talk about? He's
So no, so
canceled.
this. Oh, hold
He's
on. So this
canceled.
part of the thing. Damn, my
He
bad.
canceled.
I ain't even mean to show you that. I ain't mean to show you
Oh,
that.
oh, yeah,
That's
yeah. R.
coming up.
Kelly.
That's
R.
number
Kelly
two.
is done.
That's number
He's
two.
done.
So this the thing. No, all right. So
Yeah,
so
he's guilty.
a part of this conversation is not only like some like granted like we know a lot of people got him canceled, but my thing is the conversation that I really want to have on a lot of these situations is like, especially I think as we get up this list now, moving from this point forward, is listening, like you before and after of the cancellation. Like if you love Step in the Name of Love, you love Mr. Biggs and all these things, right? But after the shit, do we still feel the same way? Do we still go to our playlist and play these records, or do it still? Does it hit different when you hear Bump and Grind, or do when you hear Age Ain't Nothing But a Number by Aaliyah? And do these things hit different? That's the question. So like I get that some people on this list are canceled, some y'all not canceling ever. I get that. And I think when we get to that number one spot, I think that's definitely gonna be the case for somebody one in particular. You know, rhyme sounds like name sounds rhymes with CD. It sounds like that. They're probably gonna say, nah, why you even got this guy on the list? But R. Kelly, Do we still play R. Kelly in 2025?
I don't.
I
I'm gonna
Do
be
we
don't.
have?
real. I don't.
Okay.
I know some people who do. I know some people who are like, I don't give a damn what he did. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I'm sorry. I don't support pedophiles. I don't support people who are literally in jail for being freaky ass 69 gods. I just don't. I can't support it. Did he make great music?
Hmm.
Debatable because a lot of his
She said
lyrics
debatable.
were. I mean, I'm saying like those songs that you listed, but AJ number the number, bump and grind. There, if you really listen to the lyrics, you'll realize how disgusting
My
the
mind's
songs
telling
really
me
are.
no, but
My
my
mind's
body's
Come
telling
on,
telling me
me
man.
no.
yeah.
Like that ain't not something I'm trying to get jiggy with. I don't want to be thinking like that. So,
Yeah, that shit is
to
kind of
each his
crazy.
own.
Some of that shit. Um, was there? I mean, so being that you feel that way, V, is it? Do you feel any? How'd you feel about when you heard about him the poisoning thing that happened not too long ago with the detention officers giving him something that got him hospitalized recently?
Did they? Did they though?
Oh
I'm
shit.
I'm just saying, man. Did they give him something, or is he trying to get out of jail?
Like,
Which of
I
the
I
mean,
two?
he
can't
went
talk
to the
about.
hospital, so they said they gave.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he probably tried to make himself go to the hospital so he could get out of jail. Like I don't.
Yeah, he's a
I'm
liar.
just saying.
He already proved that he's a good liar, you know.
Yeah, very
So
good. You
like,
seen
what
him
do
on the
you?
Gale interview? They trying
Hmm.
to. I don't even know how to hog tie, nigga. How you don't know how to hog tie? You do, but you do. We seen
Oh
the
my
videos.
God,
I'm just saying.
VG, why you doing the
I'm just
boy like
listen.
that,
That's what he
VG?
said. That's what he said. I don't even know
Hey, my
how to
man,
hog tie.
Justice Williams in here. Justice said, R. Kelly was guilty and innocent. Hmm.
No, how can you be
Yeah, I
both?
want you. You gotta break that down, Justice. You definitely gotta spin a block in the comment and please give some emphasis on that right there. He said he was guilty and innocent. That's tough.
Yeah,
Uh,
I ain't never heard that one
Yeah.
before. That's crazy.
Regina says, "Oh, VG is an investigator. Okay, okay, she got him. Spidey senses going on strong. Discernment. I
Mm-hmm.
heard
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know I'm doing my homework, Regina.
Word, man, that's crazy, man. Salute to y'all, man, pulling in, man. If y'all don't know, man, this is the Snap podcast, man. We talking about cancel culture, man. Who's canceled, who's not, before and after, how you felt about the music or the artist or their talent, their movies or whatever, before and after the cancellation, if it was any cancellation. You know what I mean? Everybody, welcome to their opinions, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Rock, what you got to say about Kels, bro? You got anything to say about that, man?
Not particularly, man.
You still love him? You
I
still love
really,
Kels?
I really don't listen to him like that. I mean, I definitely don't listen to the old shit, and that's like, I mean, I didn't grow up on that shit, so I could do without it. Um, Sometimes I get in my moods where I might want to hear something from the time period that I was enjoying, but it's very
So what's
rare.
that?
It's very
Give me
rare.
like one or two. Give me like one or two things that came up under the Rocky era, R.
So
Kelly, because he did survive like three decades and shit.
like ignition remix, like that
Ignition,
was
throwing your
like,
throwing and shit like that.
yeah, like Chocolate Factory, like,
Okay, step in
TP3,
the name and all
like,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like stuff
Yeah,
like
I was
that,
gonna
like
say that too.
anything.
Step in the Name of Love is probably the only R. Kelly
I
song
wish
I would
they,
listen
I
to.
wish, like, I wish
Probably.
they did that.
Only because it seems like you could dance at a wedding at that. That's the only song he
Yeah,
actually
that
made
definitely like
for
a wedding
adults.
song for
Step in
sure.
the
Yeah,
name of
that's the only one
love.
he made for adults. All the rest of them for
Mm.
kids.
Oh wow, you talking about half on the baby?
Yep,
And you got me
yep.
singing
Who,
like
who you think? Who you
he.
think he
Yeah,
was
all
talking
his
to?
music sound
He's talking
crazy.
about putting half on a baby.
Who you think he was singing to? Y'all know exactly who
That
he was
young
singing
gap,
to. Come on,
Who?
man.
young
Aaliyah?
gap.
Yes, yes. And he ain't the only one that was singing to her back in the day as a grown ass man. He's not the only one. We
Mm.
all know who the other one was, but we not gonna say his name.
Oh, for real? Well, that's what we doing. Y'all gonna
I
stop,
mean,
man. Y'all
they
Y'all gonna stop with
They
the
said
don't
they
subbing.
want to
said
Y'all
talk.
gonna
both of
stop
They
them.
don't
subbing.
want to talk about his boy today,
They
but
Nah,
said
we gonna
they
get
said
to
he's
that
both
got to
of
be
time.
them.
covered.
We
They
gonna
said it
talk
was
about
both
it.
of them doing things like that together. Like the tour,
I
they
believe
did a
it.
tour
I
together.
believe it.
on that tour that they did, it was like a lot of that stuff was going
Hello,
down.
but I can't believe the words coming out your mouth because like you literally said that's your favorite artist.
Who?
Favorite rapper, you. That was like your favorite
I
rapper.
mean, I said he was, yeah. Like when I was,
Hey
back in the
man, the
day,
truth,
I
the
ain't gonna
truth
hold
don't
you.
care
Like
who
back in
tell
the
it.
day, he
Okay.
was my favorite. Yeah, he was my favorite artist back in the day. But when you learn things, that changes. Like, you
Changes
know
the
what I mean?
dynamic. All right, so how you feel,
Yeah.
Loba, as far as R. Kelly before and after this whole situation? Let us know.
I mean, it's more so like VG said. Like, I mean, any of his music, his old music right now is real creepy to me. Like, if I listen to it, I don't even have the urge to pull up no. Like, I haven't listened to nothing R. Kelly in years. You know what I mean? So, and it's creepy. Like, the stuff he's saying. If you really listen to the lyrics, and then you know what he locked up for, it's just creepy. It's weird.
Mm. All right, and Justice saying, I don't have those thoughts when I listen to R. Kelly. I have the thoughts of an adult being an adult. That's what he says. And then he also gives the,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
He laughing.
Because
He laughed after that
the
too.
clips, the little clips with
Wait
him
a minute.
in the
You
jail.
have the
Hold
thoughts
on.
of an
Hold
adult
up.
being an adult, and
Hold
age
up.
ain't nothing but a number. Come on, bro.
Nah, and not only that, it's like the little clips they had circulating with him trying to fix the camera in the hot tub with the young
Yeah,
girl, with
shit.
the
You know,
girl,
yeah, it
with the
was wild.
Oh, I forgot
Sparkle's
about
niece,
that.
with Sparkle's niece and or whoever is
Yep.
supposed to be
Yep.
allegedly. Mm-mm. And then he talking about step in the name of love. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
it did
and
have a
what
little.
part
I
did
just
you
it's
enjoy the
creepy to
most?
me. It's
What part
creepy.
of Trapped in the Closet did you enjoy the most? The midget?
Nah, so check
What
this
part
out.
did
And
you
one
enjoy the
thing,
most?
and check this out. Now, one thing I want to add to this, like, because I almost forgot, and I'm glad, like, y'all talked about some of these things. I remember in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary or whatever that was, right? It was a part that I thought was kind of crazy. That the girls were saying that the girls at high school had a name for R. Kelly because he used to always come to the high school.
He was
That's
like the
wild, nigga.
boogeyman.
As
He
a
was like the
grown 30
boogeyman.
plus year old, for almost 40, approaching
See,
40, to be going
like
to a high school is kind of
there's
crazy.
no defending this guy. Like it's only so much you can do for a person. Like if Michael Jackson, and I know this is who's gonna be your number one person, and I'm gonna exit this space. I'm telling you right now, if Michael Jackson was convicted of any of those charges, then I would never listen to Michael Jackson again. You understand what I'm saying? You don't make excuses for people because they make good music. If they're horrible people, they're horrible people. You just don't get around it. Like, and unfortunately, R. Kelly, he's horrible. He's just horrible. And there's no way around that shit.
Mm, mm, mm.
So, screw his music.
You heard what she said, yo. So this the thing. All right, and there's one more comment that I overlooked from my boy Just. He said they hit R. Kelly with double jeopardy and false charges, but he was still guilty for having a lust for females that were too young for him. So that's why he's saying that's why he said the guilty and innocent. So he was innocent in the certain things, but I think
By
everybody really
law. He's
knows
saying he was
about the
innocent. By
girls.
law, he was innocent, but he was guilty for what we know that he, his creeping that the pedophilia or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
so
that's
Mana,
just
let me ask you
yeah.
this: does he get a pass because he said that he was I think R. Kelly said
Yeah,
that
like
he
he was
was
molested as a child.
yeah, uh-huh, right. So
That's
does
what I
he
was
get
gonna
a
say. Like, how
pass
much do
because
we
he
put on the parents of these stars? Like, some of them did go through some things that, like, kind of like, so like this whole thing with Jim Jones right now. Like, it's a video circulating with Jim Jones. Like, his mother taught him how to tongue kiss, and they was like, how? And he's like, you know what I'm saying, with her mouth. Like, she
that's
taught me how to
nasty.
tongue kiss as a kid. What do y'all think of that? Before we get into this next one,
I don't approve. I don't approve.
that kind of fucks up
Say
the
that
kid's
again.
mentality, though, right? This Mama Jones, y'all remember Mama Jones?
Yeah.
It's like she's already kind of kooky herself. So like for her, like that's just wild work. Like we was talking in a space a few days ago about that subject right there, and I was like, yo, I'm a father of sons and daughters, and I don't recall no time I would kiss my son on the mouth or my daughter on the mouth for real. Like maybe on the cheek or something. Like I say, daughters get a peck, yeah, but it's like a peck, not no fucking extra thing than the outside of that. It's crazy to me. Like you know what I mean, like. And I don't even recall doing that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think it was the Little Wayne Birdman conversation. It wasn't the Jim Jones shit. It was that. It was the Birdman Little Wayne shit. Me and Rocky was going back and forth in the space, and he was like, Nah, but if that's your daddy, like nigga, no, I'm a father and I don't kiss none of my sons in the mouth, bro. Not even as babies, I don't even recall kissing them in the mouth. And
Yeah,
I think that's probably the only
Now hold
time,
up. That is not what I said. Don't go lying on
nigga.
me
What you
and say
say?
I
what do you
said,
say,
but
What
Rocky?
this? What he say?
first
What
of
he
all,
say?
what I said was that's not something that I would do, and that's not something that I approve of. But I don't care what another man is doing with another man. Is what I said. That
Nah,
was
you say yeah.
basically
So
the
what does
gist
that
of it.
got to do with me liking his music? That's what you said.
Because yeah, that's basically because my thing is like people are gay. Like gay people exist.
For
So
sure.
it's like what the fuck does if he is gay, what does that have to
That
do
has
with
nothing to do
whether
with his
or not
art.
you like his music? What does that
Right,
got to do with anything?
right.
I don't understand that logic. You're like, well, I stopped fucking with Lil Wayne's music because he kissed Birdman. What does that got to do with anything?
Nah,
Right.
to me it was just the characteristics of it. Like I just at this time you got Young Thug wearing skirts and shit. Like I'm just not with none of that demasculating shit. Like shit like that looks crazy to me. It's just a turn off, bro. Like no pun intended. Whether you homosexual or heterosexual, you know what I mean. It was just like it's a difference when what's your boy? What's old boy that came out, the cowboy dude, Little Nas X. Like he come out,
Little Nas
and be
X,
who
and
he is.
I was just about to say, like,
Nigga, I don't listen to Little
I
Nas
listen.
X.
I mean, he got some songs
But
that I
he,
like.
I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm not saying like he doesn't like he's trash or nothing like that. He got a record that I hear on the radio. That shit fire. Like so, it ain't that. But like, am I going to go to a Little
I
Nas
feel
X
like
concert? No,
with
probably
Little
not.
Nas X, I can't say what's that song? Tell me what you want. Tell me that was dope. I like how he, that whole
I
call
didn't like.
me
It's certain
how he did
things
that.
for sure.
But
It's certain things though that I don't like, Loba. So in that video with Little Nas X when he was
I didn't
straddling the
say the
devil.
video. I was like just like the music, the song itself. Like
Oh yeah,
um
now the song fire. Yeah, so now listen, he's a dope artist as far as what he does. That kind of music he makes, he's good at it. I'm pretty sure a
mhm.
lot of people think Young Thug is good at what he do. A lot of people think Lil Wayne is good at what he do. To me, like if I'm already like okay with it, and you do some shit that is like I'm not feeling that shit, that's just me. I mean, it ain't saying that I got anything against anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a
So
lot
if
of.
you so what you say, are you saying like if it's an artist that you like their music, just any artist, right? No
Mhm.
specific artist, and you like their music, and then you find out that they do something that you don't like or whatever, you just gonna stop, or you find out that they are
I'm not checking for you. That's all. I'm not checking for you.
you
It
gonna
would have
stop
to.
listening to their music? You gonna
Like
stop?
Drake,
You gonna be like, oh, you should,
like Drake. When
and
I
say you
found out,
brought say you brought like some artwork or something from them, you gonna throw it in the garbage because you found
no, I mean if I got it, if I bought it, I got it, I got it. But my thing is this, like the whole Drake shit, like Drake, like like if I could take away me being an MC or being an artist myself, and I was just on some just a fan of music, right? Drake has a long catalog of dope shit that I agree that like, with a lot of people, I know why they like it. It's fire. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta turn that down, son. If you like as soon as I find out these ghostwriting shit, like that shit, nah, it makes me not check for you after that. That's me personally. I'm not saying it's right or wrong or nothing. Like I really like nobody could change somebody else's like why they chose Pepsi over Coca-Cola. You feel me? But that's my thing. My logic is that like certain things like it's integrity and certain shit that come with the sport. I feel like you can't just you know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm saying. So like if you break one of the rules of the school of hard knocks, which one of those is like don't be biting and don't be motherfucking letting somebody else write your raps, bro. Like or give you the raps. Like nigga, that's one of my rules as well. I live by that code as well. So bro, I have to discredit it because like I don't want to enjoy somebody's music and they didn't create it themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't know like how y'all feel about that, but that's just my personal take on it. So when and then when you do things out of character or do some shit that's kind of wild to me, like that could if it's a turn off to me, it's a turn off to me. Like I can't say, I don't feel like it's like if you're gay and you're not gay, it ain't that kind of thing. I don't respect like if somebody is gay and then they try to act like they're not gay but do gay shit. I think that's corny. But like be what you gonna be. Salute to you. If you came in the door on some shit and that's what you want. Like, respect to each his own. That's your life. You know what I'm saying? But anything outside of, like, when you sitting there like trying to be, I remember the whole Cash Money shit where them niggas was like flagged up. They was wearing, I don't know if they was wearing red first or blue first, but they had man videos where they was wearing like a whole different set, like some Crip shit or folk shit, and then you turn around and y'all niggas got blood bandanas, like shit like that. Like those, it was little things like that, and then the kiss was that sealed it for me, nigga. The kiss was the cherry on top, literally, for me when I seen that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So it was like kind of, I was already turned off by the shit because you ain't really rapping about much about, like, fucking somebody girl and I got this much money shit. Like a lot of the content that he was creating at that time was about that. I'm the best. I got your bitch. I got money, and that was it. It wasn't really more to Lil Wayne at that time to me than that. Like he said, he just says it in different ways on different songs over and over again. You know what I mean? So I think it was the combination of things. I can't solely say it was that one thing, but I think that was the last thing that kind of made me like, man, I'm good on that, bro. You feel me? And that's all I'm saying as far as that go. Um, Yeah, man. Yeah, no, we definitely ain't gonna, like. Yeah, I try to make sure. I see what you're saying, Just. I try to make sure that the people that we do get up here on the snap, man, that we could have a conversation and motherfuckers ain't gonna really go at each other behind it and respect each other's opinions. So, these three guys that's up here with me, I definitely appreciate them and respect their opinions on this shit. And I was just super curious more than anything as far as people take on certain shit. So, I got to find out that me putting Will Smith in the list, that Rocky and VG was like, I don't know why you did that. You can't cancel him. He a GOAT. That's the Fresh Prince. You can't do it. So, and I respect it though, because he definitely is a dope talent. And was it really that serious to get canceled and not being able to go to an award show? You know what I'm saying? Let me get this man up off the show. Let me get this man picture down real quick. You know what I'm saying? While we get into number two.
Diddy.
No Diddy. So I'm hearing things, man. I'm hearing that charges is being dropped. I know Loba feel a strong way about certain shit she's seen in the video with him and Cassie. Let's talk about it.
The charges not getting dropped. I mean, I heard that they dropped some charges that I really don't know the whole, like, I haven't
Yeah,
been
they
keeping up with
dropped
the
the
case.
relevant charges, man. They
Yeah,
dropped
yeah.
charges like the arson charge with what's the
Right.
name, Kid Cudi and
Trafficking.
stuff. But him beating Cassie and being a baby old god, nah, them charges ain't getting dropped. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know with the Diddy thing. He no good, no good, no bueno.
Yeah.
Is Thanos talking? Because I can't hear him.
Mm-mm. I don't hear me, but I am gonna say, pardon me, because I'm eating a Snicker bar. But I feel like his mom should be charged too.
Wait,
I feel
wait,
like
say
Diddy's
that
mama.
again.
I feel like Diddy's his mama need to be charged with something.
Ooh, you might be on to something. You might actually be right about that. Cause I'm not too far off from that. I don't know what I seen a little with that video of him and his mama at the table, and it made me
Mm-hmm.
very uncomfortable.
Yep.
It's kind of like the same thing with the Jim Jones and his mama, and his
Yeah.
mom's like, yeah, I was just trying to teach him how to be a man. Like, what
But
do you
more
mean?
saucier, more so.
French kissing your son though? Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I
And
don't
what
know
was
if
she
it's
getting
just
the IV? She was sick because they was like, they would get IV, whatever.
yes, get
She was.
IVs,
What was she getting it for? She was sitting up there getting it with him.
getting the IV with him.
Cleanser, a
But they,
cleanser.
but
She was just
yeah,
getting a
but
cleanser.
that's what they said. That's one thing they said that they. I don't know if it's like a ritual thing that they be doing. I don't think it's really an IV of just fluids. They are probably IVs of something else that we just will never know about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, but at one point they did say people like some of those higher ups were doing some crazy stuff when it comes to like those rituals, like as far as like eating babies,
Yeah.
yeah, all kind of
Mm,
crazy stuff. So I
mm.
don't put none of that past. Like anything's possible.
Right. You
Anything's
just never
possible.
know. Right. Right.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. So, how like on a scale of 1 to 10, how convinced you are that Diddy going to jail, going to prison?
10, 10.
10 for you. I heard a lot of people recently this week saying like they feel like he gonna get off.
And what as like what exactly do you think he's gonna get off on? Because yes, some charges have been dropped, but the biggest charges that he have still remain. So
Right.
those
Right.
petty charges that got dropped mean nothing at all. I mean, they might have knocked a couple of months off of his sentence, but realistically, how? Because I was joking about some of those charges that got dropped before they got dropped. Because I was saying that they said that he went in Kid Cudi's house and unwrapped his Christmas presents on
Messed with
Christmas
his dog.
Day. Yeah, did all kind of stuff. But
Hmm.
that's neither here nor there. Clearly, the courts did not care about that, which is fine. But the courts cannot disregard the fact that this man was dragging Cassie down the hallway at the hotel. You can't disregard these things. So, and also Cassie has also already won her lawsuit. So this also puts like it in my mind that the case is just kind of already won for Cassie because he already settled with her. So now what are you gonna do?
So it's
Go
like a
go back
mission to
on
The
your
kill.
word
main,
and
like
say
the
that it didn't happen?
it's
Like
like the racketeering, they're still able to, they drop the irrelevant charges like you said, and then like they still can prove that they used I guess the business Bad Boy, they used the money for the business to fund these freak offs, and they were able to prove that. So that, part of that has to do with the racketeering charge.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I don't know, man. Like I've been, dibbling and dabbling when it comes to that shit because it's all over the place. So it's hard to not see, what's going on in these updates and all of that with that shit, man. But definitely had to put him on the list, man, because I know, some people might ever play All About the Benjamins again. I don't know. Like that shit is still one of his biggest hits, All About the Benjamins. That dun, 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 you know what I'm saying? So I don't
yeah,
know.
but isn't that what didn't that have Mace on it?
It was the Locks and
No, it's the Locks
Oh,
and
it wasn't
Diddy
Mace. It
and
was
Locks and Little
okay, okay.
Kim, Locks, Little
Lock.
Kim, and
Biggie.
Biggie.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. So what are your thoughts, Thanos? Do you think that he's gonna get out, or do you think he's gonna stay in jail?
I mean, if he do get off, man, I think it's gonna be a shocker, cause like they, mm, I
And
don't know,
and my
like I
thing
just,
is that he also like it's not just like Cassie is the only charge. Like it's
yeah,
not like she's the only person that's making charges against him. Um, and also like I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like there's been numerous people that have literally been talking about Diddy and the things that he's done to them for years. And Cassie is not the first person. I just feel like people don't listen and don't care to listen to what's going on. That the groups that P. Diddy had back in the
hmm
day, all of them have issues with Diddy and had to leave and
right,
literally these people are grown people now and still are crying about what Diddy did to them. So
mm,
this can't just be made up stuff. Mace was one of Diddy's biggest artists, and he still to this day does not rock. He don't fuck with Diddy. So it's just
right,
like all of these people can't just be lying. Some of this has to be true. So
for
I
sure.
don't know.
Do you
We'll,
think he
we'll,
had
we'll see.
anything to do? Do y'all think he had anything to do with Pac and Big demise?
100%.
I do.
I do.
I feel like
One
it.
I
hundred
definitely
percent.
do. 100%.
Yeah.
Mm.
100%.
I was so
110%, matter of
naive to
fact.
that shit. I would never like thought that when he come out with the We Always Love You, Big Papa, with Faith and 112 and But then as you started to see, he did Born Again, like he remixes and shit of Biggie, like he
Yep.
stretched like Biggie shit out as far as he possibly could. And there was rumors that Biggie was about to leave to go start up the commission with with Jay and Foxy and
And
shit.
look how he acted. Look how he was treating Craig Mack. It go
Mm.
way back, like his staff, all his staff. Since this whole case came out, his staff, some staff members came forward. Some people
Gene
mentioned how he was
Deal.
treating the staff. So I'm not surprised, that if he
Gene
had
Deal said a
anything to
lot
do with,
too, right?
yeah.
Gene Deal stayed with a blog out talking about that, man. Yeah, so it's crazy, man. And I just would have never thought that shit. I think at that time when Biggie was alive in
That
the
boy said,
Marshall.
"I'm sorry, hold on, I'm
What?
sorry," but that dude Gene, that boy Gene, crazy man. He said, "I was standing next to the door, and all I heard was, 'Give me the butt plug.'"
Wow. Yeah, I seen this video where he said he was at a sex shop and shit, and then he was he was already in this, like Diddy went in there before him and shit. Then he came in there afterwards, and the dude, like the clerk or whatever, grabbed this shit off the shelf, and when he walked over there to that area, it was like some butt plug shit that that where that guy reached from the shelf to get. So he's like, these are the little things that he was showing that he was really on some real freak nut bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So. It's crazy, man. Shout out to those in the room, though, man. This is the Snap, man, podcast, man. You talking about cancel culture. You talking about people that either got canceled or might have been canceled, or in the process of cancellation. We talking about the before and after, how you felt before, and how you felt after. So we getting a lot of after with the Diddy shit. But let me ask y'all before we move on to the number one slot. You know what I'm saying? How you feel before? Like, what was your thoughts on Diddy before all of this shit happened? And his music, his whatever he had his hands on. What you thought about him as a man before this situation?
I mean, I never felt like he was an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what music was he making?
Executive producer.
You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same thing that Suge said. If you don't want a nigga dancing all through your videos, come to Death Row. I mean, come
Mm.
on, everybody
Oh,
know who
Sugar,
Diddy
man,
was.
Sugar's supposed to be on this list too. I
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
forgot about
well,
Sugar.
I don't put it past Suge either. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yo, I
like,
know you remember the Ray J shit. Remember we was talking about
yeah,
Ray J shit when
yeah,
he was
I
talking
know,
about
but I don't know how much I can believe from Ray J. Yeah, just
that boy said he
saying.
was getting sticks of butter,
Nah, I
parquet.
don't. I don't know if I want to believe Ray
That shit was
J
You
wild
think
at
Ray
work.
J
this
was
time,
trolling him?
but yeah, Ray J's crazy.
Ray
You
J
can't
said
listen
a
to Ray J,
lot.
and his manager is Whack 100, so that you can't put too much listening onto Ray J's talking.
Nah,
But
that's a
yeah,
fact.
Diddy has always been Diddy from day one. He's never changed. He's never been a good rapper. He's never been a good artist. He's never even been a good. Maybe he's a good manager. Maybe he's a
I mean,
good.
I ain't that good if you killing off your artist.
True, because he was stealing all of his artists' money. Like
Yeah.
they literally just got their records, like or their whatever it's called, the publishing to their
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
So
another thing that was bad about that shit, man. I remember when Mace was trying to get down with G Unit and shit, and I think it was fucked up on both ends, not just Diddy and but 50 end as well, because it was like I want to say 50 said on a radio station that Puff wouldn't let him out the contract. He wanted him to buy him out.
Right.
Or something, but it was like a $2 million contract. So I'm like, damn, you don't think Mace is worth 2 million? Like, to get him out of it so he could, be on G Unit officially, and I'm pretty sure he could drop hits for you and make that recoup that bread back, right? So it was just little shit like that. And then let's have in mind the whole locks, let the locks go, let the chains off of the locks and shit, because they were trying to go to Rough Riders and he was holding them up from that shit. I don't know how what
Mhm.
happened that got them released, but they might have put some pressure down or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? So we do see the history of that shit, man. We see how, he kind of like
How he was
dismissed
moving.
Craig. Yeah,
Yeah.
we dismissed Craig Mack when Biggie popped up. You know what I'm saying? He did then, when Biggie died, he brought Shine and a nigga that sound like him. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole Shine shit.
Yeah. I was about to say, yeah.
I'm
That's
stumbling onto these
crazy.
things, but like the more I talk about it, the more
bruh,
I
there's
think,
so
yo, this
many
man got some
cases
fuck
with
shit with him.
Diddy, bro. You got the Danity Kanes, you got the making of the
Mhm.
Yep.
bands, all of them. it's people before he even did the making of the bands though too. Like
Right.
before the Biggies and all of them. Like it's been going on for a
Yeah,
long
way
time.
back.
Yeah,
Way
it's
back,
crazy,
way back.
yo, cause it's crazy, yo, cause as I reflect and think about all those situations he was in, man. So right before, prior to me, right before leaving New York, you know what I mean, and moving out to the Carolinas, I moved to North Carolina around the time the towers fell, right around 9/11 and some shit like that. I want to say, and I go back home like a month later or whatever. And a guy that I used to, for lack of better words, mentored a little bit because, he knew how to rap, but as far as structure, 16 bars and hooks and shit, like, I really helped him out with that, how to ad lib on tracks. These are the things that we was working on before I left. It was a guy, an Italian kid in Deer Park, New York, by the name of Kane Siafi. And he had actually signed the Bad Boy Records, right? He signed a Bad Boy in I want to say 2002 or something like that. So I come back home. He hit me up like, "Yo, bro, I just got signed a Bad Boy." Crazy. And I'm like, "Wow," you know what I'm saying? And I get back home. He picked me up from the airport or whatever, and he take me to his spot and shit. We go to fucking some play, like one of them.
If you don't get to it, oh my goodness.
No, I just want to say that he brought me. We went to Bad Boys Records. We went to the label, and
Mm-hmm.
I seen Diddy in
Mm-hmm.
person, and it was just like the nigga. He do this record with Kane. Kane does this record with Danny D. Kane. Um, No, I was just saying, as far as like my experience, that's all I was going to say about the Diddy shit. As far as like me going to the joint, was like when I
Mm-hmm.
seen him and shit, like he came up from behind, like from my right side, and he came up, and it was like I'll never forget, he had a Sean John suit on, velour suit on, and this nigga was walking around the office with like, with just his socks on and shit, and he had like 12 people behind him, yo. It was just like crazy, like it's like some shit you see in a movie. Like remember in Boomerang, like how them people walked around them offices and shit. It was like it reminded me of like Boomerang, like how the office was, like a big ass cubicles all around. And then he walks up and shit. He got like a whole trail of people behind him, and it was just wild work. But anyway, it was just one thing I'm thinking of right now is that my boy, he does this record with Danny D. Kane. It goes platinum. He got the platinum on his wall and shit like that. And boom. Then I think Puff did the Bad Boy Family, P Diddy and the Bad Boy Family, or some shit like that, right? That
Yeah.
came out. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't that
Mm-hmm.
shit. That was out. He all in the video. I'm like, wow. My phone blowing up. Yo, you see Kane in the video? Yo, bro, I know you. We next. We lit. That day never happened. But what happened is he disappeared. My boy Kane disappeared. I mean, literally, like I
What
can't
you
find him
mean?
on nothing. So I'm like, I wonder whatever happened because I know he had a deal with him. He was doing the album. He was working on the album, One Bad Boy, and it was
You
just
know what happened. You
you
know what
know.
happened. Hey man.
I wish, man, if I could ever reach him, and I'm definitely gonna bring him on the show and have a conversation. If I could ever find his ass, man, because there's so many unanswered questions. Like, yo, what happened? Like, what I'm saying? Did you, I know he probably knows a lot of these things that we're asking about the whole Bad Boy situation and things that happened. And I'm pretty sure he got some exclusive stories that nobody ever heard of, right? But it's like the boy disappeared, man. He's nowhere to be found, not on no fucking social media, nowhere, and that's kind of crazy to me, man. But I just thought that was kind of wild. But yeah, man. So you said 100% sure that he's going to jail.
Man,
But
he
what you
going
say?
for something. He at
Yeah,
least
he
going
going to
for
jail.
dragging
He's going
Cassie
to
down that
jail.
hallway. At least.
I
At
mean, but he been in there for a
least.
while, so that he could get time served for some shit like that. No.
Man, listen, I don't know, man. I feel like it's so many other cases that has been brought. I don't even know how many cases he has against him right now, but I know it's multiple. So I don't know. He may be sitting there for a long time, bro. And then again, I just don't see him. I just don't see him walking away scotch free. Like
Yeah,
that
he going to
from a
jail.
situation like
He
that,
got
like you
time.
gonna have to do some time, bro. They already
Yeah.
put R. Kelly in jail. They like, listen, but now we got another one. And next, Kanye probably gonna go. I'm just saying, man.
Hmm.
You just gotta watch. You just gotta know
Pay
the facts.
attention.
Pay attention. That's it.
Right.
That's all it is.
That's a whole fact, man. Shout out to the room, man. Appreciate a repost. If y'all in the room, man, just repost, let them know. So
Port. I see my boy
is it
Port
on the playback? Yeah,
in the
Pork is in the
building.
motherfucking building. We at 129, man. We at 129, so that's good, man. Next time we pop up, man, and do this next joint, man, we need 80 more. We need 80 more to add to this. I
Yeah,
know. I feel
we
like, yeah,
supposed to have 200.
we
We
supposed to
supposed
be.
to
We,
be
we
at
look. Goal is
200 right
200. So
now.
we need 200, man. Now we at 130. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
hey,
man.
salute to y'all, man. But hey,
Salute.
VG, I don't want you to go nowhere now. Don't leave me now.
Ah, here we go.
Don't leave me now.
Here
We
we
at the number
go.
one
It's either
slot.
gonna
Who
be
is it?
Drake
Who is it?
or it's gonna be Michael. Which
Who is
one?
it?
We at the
And it
number one
better not be
slot,
Michael.
motherfuckers. Now, before we
Michael?
get into the number one
It
slot,
better
hold
not
on.
be
Ah,
Michael.
man, if you don't come on,
Before we
I
get
gotta
into the
see.
number one slot, hold on. Loba, you didn't tell me what your percentage was on that. What's your percentage of you thinking that Diddy going to prison?
100%.
Oh,
He's
so y'all both
going.
were 100. Rocky, you
Yeah,
got
he's
something?
going to
You got a
jail.
percentage?
Yes. Yes.
Rocky busy. Uh, um. Okay, so
Bruh,
y'all both say 100.
if Tory in jail for not shooting somebody, Diddy definitely staying in jail.
Word, heard. Yo, man. So we about to see how that shit play out. I think the trial will be over sooner than we think.
Y'all can hear me?
Hopefully it be. Yeah, hopefully they get that
Yeah.
shit done with,
Hear
man,
Now.
because
me?
that shit been dragging. It be dragging. But yeah, man. So we about to get into this number one slot,
Yo,
and
y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
yeah, there
Yes.
you go.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say, man. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure that he's going to jail, just
Hmm.
because I like. You gotta understand, the shit is like the type of stuff that he's tapped into. I really don't know what's going to happen with that.
Yeah,
I just know that he did it. Later, bro.
yeah.
I know that he did everything that we think he did plus more.
Mm,
Now, do I think he's gonna? Do I know for a fact he's gonna go to jail for what we know he did? That part I don't know.
mm.
That part
Like
I don't know because
how
he's
do you man, like just what off of what Rocky just said, like just in his own being, just knowing, hey, I don't have the proof, but I know he did this. Like, I know all these stories are true. Don't know if he's gonna actually go to jail for them. That is a creepy thing to like actually think about that he could get out and he actually did these things. Like
like
that is
you got to
scary to
remember
me.
like this Diddy shit is not just attached to him. It's attached to politicians. It's attached to sports players, athletes. It's attached to a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? So if Diddy goes down, who else got to go down after him? You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's one thing they
So
were saying too is that they're probably a reason why a lot of these things are getting thrown out and not shown is because they think a lot of these politicians and big time New York people and Hollywood stars are on some of those tapes. And I don't think that that's too far of a thought, like to be true, to be honest. Like I could see some of these bigger people being at those parties too, and kind of suppressing the videos so they don't have to be caught in act, if you know
and
what I mean.
ask John Legend and his wife about the Obama thing.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yep,
If you
I
know, you
know.
know. You got to go down these rabbit holes. You know what I'm saying? You might be pretty disturbed, but I mean, if you take the time to go down these rabbit holes, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot bigger than just Diddy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I'm not sure if he actually is going to pay for anything at all, but we know it happened.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's 100% gonna go. Period. Because even though he's connected with politics, he's not the only one. What about the guy that they I can't remember his name, but the little black book that came out, and then I guess he killed himself. They said it. He allegedly offed himself in jail. I forgot his name. Um, I forgot his name. What's
I know who
that?
you're talking about, but I can't think of his name either.
And they found and everybody
Yep,
till this day is still waiting for the names that was in the
yep.
book. Like,
Yeah, so
like
what about the
they
Kim
got him.
Porter thing though?
They
Like
got
what
him.
about
You're talking about Epstein.
Yeah, they got
Yes, Epstein.
Epstein.
Epstein. But
They
what do
got
y'all think about the Kim Porter situation of Diddy? Like, because there's been so much speculation that he had something to do with her passing, and Kim was like writing this book, tell
He
all
had her
book.
casket ordered. He had
hmm
her casket ordered before she was dead. What you think?
See, that's what I'm saying. See. So y'all mean to tell me that this man shouldn't 100% be going to jail? Like,
No,
I'm.
he's saying that he maybe he should be 100% going, but it's no he's not saying that there's no guarantee that he will because he
Got you,
what
got
he
you.
the circle that he's in, like who he,
Yeah, it was
I
a few
guess
people though, man. The whole
politic
Kim
with.
shit. It was another like I want to say a A&R rep or somebody that was. It was like it seemed like everybody that was writing a book about some shit that going on with Diddy. Like
And what
he
about
got
Albie
sick.
Shore? Albie Shore's
I'll be
accusations.
sure.
Remember Albie
Oh
Yeah,
Shore?
yeah, I'll be
I'll be
sure. Yep.
sure. The A&R dude, Kim Porter. So these are people that's all tied to Diddy that was going to have a tell-all book, and all of a sudden, coincidentally, they got like some kind of sickness or some shit, and that shit is
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
same thing with Wendy Williams. He got
Mm.
Wendy Williams fired from the radio station that she was
Yeah.
working at so that she could, because Wendy was about to tell it all too,
Right.
and he got her fired. And now look at Wendy. Like, I wouldn't,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with that.
That shit is
Right.
wild work, man. That's wild work, man. All right, so we done with that one, man. So, where we gonna go? So I did add another one instead of having an honorable mention. I'm just gonna put him on the list, man, because I gotta be
Who?
fair, and especially when people keep alluding to this
Drake?
guy doing
Who?
some things. Not the next one that I'm about to do, but we about to definitely tap in and talk about the goat.
Michael Jackson.
But if you don't get Michael
Ah.
face off this screen, yeah, go ahead, man.
So no way, no way, no way, VG.
And no way, no shape, no form, no how. That's I
Oh,
stand on that on everything I love. I don't care what nobody talking about. Michael ain't did shit but make
he ain't.
fucking hits.
All right,
That's
so
it.
What's your
can I ask you
question?
one question,
What's
VG?
your question, Thanos?
My thing, I want to ask y'all this question. Did any of y'all see the Neverland Ranch interview?
I think
Bruh,
I
you
did.
you do listen. I'm
That's the
not.
only place I'm gonna go
I
with it.
would
Outside of
listen.
that, I
I would
can't say
never
nothing about
listen.
nothing
But
else.
here's the thing: you can't look take that and use that as your like
Evidence.
thoughts for it because these are people who literally were trying to scam Michael before he died. So this ain't like they were trying to get his money before he died. My like these guys' parents literally sent them to his house multiple occasions. They were trying to get money out of Michael. So I'm gonna mute up and let y'all talk about this.
Yeah, nah. I mean, this like, and it's the thing. Like, out of all the people that's been on this list, like, yeah, some I might not go to their playlist or check out too much from them, right? After certain things happen in their life and current events that's going on with them. But when it comes to Mike, man, like he's still like he's everything VG said, man. We all know he's the GOAT. Only performer, only artist that could get out there and make grown ass men faint, grown ass women faint, kids faint, people scared to look him in the eye. I was just watching a interview with Memphis Bleak earlier, man, on a Drink Chance where he was talking about when he showed up for Jay-Z at the Summer Jam shit, and he was like, well, the security guards came in the hallway at the place, and they was telling everybody if you don't have this certain pass on, when he come through the hallway, y'all got to turn and look at the wall. He told motherfuckers that I don't want y'all to look me in my face. Huh? Don't look at the burning bush. Huh? That's the power that this man got. So I get that. I get that. All grew up off him. I don't think he probably the most popular person in history as far as like what he's done as far as a music standpoint. But but and this is no shade of disrespect, but it's this one thing that kind of like I don't know, V. I don't know, man. It's just one thing in that Neverland Ranch that kind of like was kind of wild to me, but I get it that he was robbed of his childhood. I think that's the best thing we could do is justify and come up with these reasons of why his mentality was how it was about these things with these children from Jump Street. Like you wouldn't have, a lot of them people trying to scam you out of money if you didn't put
His
yourself
dad,
in
his
that
dad
position.
put a his dad put a lot of pressure on him
Yeah, he right. Yeah,
as
but I'm saying
well.
as a grown man, this nigga had a mansion with animals and shit. And he sat on that couch. I'll never forget. He sat on that couch with a 17, 16, 15-year-old boy. I don't know what age. He was a teenager though. And and he said what he said about like he don't think there's nothing wrong with them in his bed and shit like that. That's the only thing to me that's kind of like, whoa. It's like the Jim Jones, my mama kissing, my mama taught me how to French kiss shit. It's kind of in that same it's in that same pocket to me where it's like a disconnect at childhood to a man where you feel like certain things is okay,
So
it's not.
That
so
that's mental
so let
health.
me speak on this though.
Yeah,
Let me speak on
thank
this
you.
this
And
this, this what you just
we're
said.
not disrespecting. Go
No,
ahead.
I no, not at all. So like I don't know if you guys know, well you should know, Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone
Hmm.
has definitely covered this story of going to Michael's house and sleeping over in his room, and he said multiple times like this is it was just normal, and Michael was never in the room. He would either give us the room or sleep on that in a different whatever, but it was never like they were just all just in the bed just on some like, and these are grown people now, so I don't know if I should like not believe what these people are saying. You know what I'm saying? Like if they've already pretty much made it clear that that's not what was going on. And then you have people that like the guys from the Neverland documentary or whatever that have a completely different story than mostly everybody else. So like I think it's just kind of up to you of what you want to discern, but you also have to remember that Michael Jackson was and still is one of the most famous people in the entire world. So you have a
I
guy
agree.
who
Yeah.
has like so much going on, so you're gonna have so much stuff being thrown at you to try and tear you down in a way, if you get what I'm
For
saying.
sure. No, I
Yeah.
definitely feel you. I think a lot of them was definitely just like, hey, oh, we know Michael Jackson too. He did it too to us. Like, you know what I mean? I think it was one of those monkey see, monkey do. Oh, they about to go get a couple $1 million bags. Oh, well, let's go get our $1 million bags.
I
Like
think
I
he
think
had
it's
like mental health issues. Like, he
mm,
didn't have a childhood. He was going to strip clubs at a very young age. His dad
performing and
had him
shit.
up in,
Yeah,
so he was trauma. I think he just had a lot of trauma, childhood trauma, and made him act the crazy things that we did see him do, like holding the baby outside the window, like over the ledge or
blanket.
whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah. His mind, and the record labels used that against him to make him control him. And then when he got tired of it, he came forward and was like, yo, Tony, what is his name? Tony such as Tony Montana. What was the guy name?
Yep,
He was like,
yeah,
he's the
Tony.
devil.
Yep, he
And
told it
they
all.
trying to
He told it.
control
oh, Tony
you.
Mottola.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
it's
Mariah
the same
Carey,
one that was
ex-husband.
standing above
I think it was Mariah Carey's
Whitney
ex-husband.
Houston's body when she was dead. So like
Uh-huh.
Michael was telling about a lot of these people, and he was saying like the tabloids, they're always putting stuff in the tabloids that are untrue. You can't listen to it. Like,
Yeah.
and now we have the internet that's 100 times worse. So I don't know, man. It's very tough when it comes to Michael. I'm always gonna be an advocate for Michael. So everybody got their own opinions on it. But for me, I'm 100% saying that my boy is not
Yeah.
guilty. And if he was, then he would have been convicted. So
I feel you.
that's
Nah,
my only
definitely
thing.
like so like I had swapped shit out last minute being that we've been having this conversation and how it developed and all that. So, I moved Michael out that number one slot. I just put him in the number one slot because he, number one artist, right? As far as on this list, as far as popularity, impact, and all of that. So I moved him to honorable mention just so we can make the number one slot. Talk about it. Let's talk
You're
about it. This
funny.
snap. Rocky, what you got to say, man? I think Rocky, he probably, if you got the opportunity to talk, I know he probably want to jump in on this one right here.
I mean, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on. I gotta my headphone dying. Let me take this out. Hold on.
HOV.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound like a mouse now, but we hear you.
Well, I would think I'll sound better without the headphones on, but
Yeah, you should. I mean, you sound now. You do. You sound better, but you still sound kind of church mouse, man.
I mean, I still can't be too loud, you
Nah,
know.
yeah, you good. Nah, you straight. We
But
can hear you clear.
I mean, like it's a difficult situation with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like one, I'm a fan of his music. I proudly listen to the man every single day, right? Um, Also, a lot of these are things. Some of it is facts, and some of it is just things that you can only allude to. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know where I'm at with it for real, but I do know that like if you look at things and you go down those rabbit holes, he's attached to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely attached to a lot of the Diddy stuff. You know, you look at who his wife is. And when he started messing with the person who's his wife today.
Yeah, break it down. Break it down. Let
You
us
know what I'm
know
saying?
ages and time, man. Let us know.
Yeah, like so when he first met Beyonce, she was a member of Destiny's Child. You know, figure she was what 15, 16. And they were together officially. As far as in the public eyes, by the time she was 23. You know what I'm saying? By the time she was 23, he was already in his 30s. Pushing 40. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like to me back then, like that was never okay to me. I didn't see how people didn't think that was weird. And he literally has a
Hold
song.
on. When she was 23, when as far as you know, just because she was in a group with Destiny Child and she was 16, 17 at that time doesn't mean he was dealing with her then. Matter of fact, she was in a whole relationship before him. I recall because I remember it was a dude that was like, yeah, it was a story about the dude that Beyonce was fucking with before Jay-Z, and that was during the time of Destiny Child. And in between that, it was a transition between him and Jay Z, where that's when what I'm saying. I believe she was probably definitely of age, man. Like I don't think they was 3, 4 years together. They was probably together a year at the time where he said, "I got the baddest bitch in the game wearing my chain." Like she was probably what 23 at that time, right? We got to
Um,
be chronologically correct with that because we don't want to sit here and be like,
nah,
"Oh, she
but
was in
no,
Destiny Child at
it's
16, so
literally like
he."
there's video footage, bro, of them like talking about when they actually met. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And
Okay, so this is yeah, Rocky's correct. There was and Thanos, you are correct as well, is that with there being a boyfriend at the time, but the boyfriend, like I don't know if you've ever done any research on the boyfriend that Beyonce had before Jay-Z. But they were like he has made like videos and comments about like being in a relationship with Beyonce and how everything just changed. But it's definitely documented that Jay-Z was talking to Beyonce when she was 16.
Yeah.
Now they try to make it as if he wasn't talking to her until she was 19, technically, because they know that it looks weird. But he technically was scouting her at 16. So,
Yeah, I think
and
it's
let's be
photo
clear, he also was doing the same thing with Aaliyah.
with
So
Aaliyah. Yes, 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 VG. I was gonna say that. I was gonna mention that. So for one, there is a picture circulating on the internet with Jay and Beyonce when she was like around 17 years old. And far as like, I heard that he was or I read somewhere that he was trying to scout Aaliyah. Like, him and R. Kelly both was, or him and Dame Dash or something. Or Dame I think Dame Dash came forward and was like he was trying to I don't know. It was just, between them three, they were all after Aaliyah. So, or maybe not so Dame
And
Dash. Maybe Aaliyah was of age when Dame got, but I think R. Kelly was after Aaliyah and Jay
Nah,
was
it was
after Aaliyah around
something
the same time.
strange going on with Dame too, with Aaliyah. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely something going on. And then it also was something weird going on with Dame as well, like as far as him and Jay Z, because I heard like a bunch of stuff when it came to that Dame Dash Jay Z situation, of saying like
Mhm.
Dame was doing like some out egregious things
Oh, I'm saying, so
in
when you said
order.
that, so you wasn't saying, because that was his woman at the time she passed. So, like, you were
Right.
saying something
Right.
outside of that.
I
Go ahead, let's
mean,
talk about it.
you might need to do your research on it to be real, because I'm gonna be real. Like, there's some things like that I'm not positive on, but I know like before. I've just heard a lot of stuff with the Dame situation. Like, I don't think that him and Aaliyah were supposed to be like technically dating. I think it was like all of like a setup type of thing. It's like so much. Also with what was the girl's name? Freaking Left Eye. Like, it's so much like that we just don't know the truth behind, that you literally like, because I used to like look this shit up like try to find out the real facts in between, but it's so much that you're not gonna be able to actually like decipher what's real from what's not real, because they're not gonna tell you, and most of the people that were involved in this are no longer here. So you have, and then you have
Scary.
Beyonce, who is like numb, like it's like she's not even there, but she's here. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can still tell me what happened in that elevator. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I don't
yeah,
know. Y'all
so
tell
When
me.
Solange was going eighth on him, she was
Yeah,
picking up.
yeah, she was going crazy on him, and I've heard several times that. Now, I'm not saying any of these things are true. I'm just telling you what the people have alleged to. They say that Jay-Z has been drugging Beyonce for years now. She doesn't even know when she's on stage half the time. I don't know
so
if these are true like accusations, but I'm just saying like,
Jaguar
is
Wright. I heard
is
Jaguar
this
Wright saying
why?
something like that.
Yes, Jaguar Wright has said this. Even I think Diddy's bodyguard said this at one point. How
Jeezy
true do I know
said,
this is? I don't.
mhm.
But when you just keep hearing the same thing over and over, like, how false is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I
yo,
don't
so
know.
let me ask y'all,
It was a it was another
have
girl.
y'all like heard about the Rihanna stuff?
When her supposed to be having gave what
Talking about with Jay Z?
So basically,
Yep, yep, yep.
so one day, like again, this is all alleged stuff, right? But
mm-hmm.
apparently, um, they Rihanna's father sent Rihanna at age 15 to I think it was the Def Jam building
Yep,
to
Mm,
yep.
sign a contract with Jay-Z. So mind you, she's coming from Barbados, a small island, by
mm-hmm.
herself. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 in the morning, and apparently Jay-Z told her like, there's only two ways out of this building, and that's out the door after you sign this contract, or out the window. And Rihanna actually like said on camera that he said that. Now, when
Man,
she
send me the
said it in
fucking files, Rocky. You said this the second time I'm hearing this. I do not believe this shit. I have to. What?
listen, it's not very hard to like all you gotta do is it's on
So
video,
type in Rihanna. You want me to type in
now.
Rihanna? Says
I don't know. This might. I've heard this before too, though. I'm not gonna. I haven't
you
Mm-hmm.
might have
seen
heard it
it,
from
I
but
us.
heard
I've
something about that
I've heard
before
it.
too.
Rihanna told the story, but she said it in like a joking way, right? So there's that.
And I
But
heard that he's no longer allowed to work with Rihanna because
Mm.
Beyonce like has shut that down, because I
uh,
think they were like, you
Thought
know.
something was going
had an
on. Thought
affair.
something was going on.
but also here's the other thing, right? So here's another piece to the Rihanna story, which is kind of crazy, right? So y'all remember the incident when Chris Brown hit Rihanna, right? Now, we don't know what happened in that car today, right? But allegedly, the reason that Chris put his hands on Rihanna is because Rihanna slept with Jay Z and gave him a disease. And
That's what
that
I
is
heard.
allegedly what they were arguing about in that car was that Rihanna came with this disease that she got from Jay and gave it to Chris.
Mm,
We don't know this to be true, but I've heard this. I've
mm,
heard this, and it would tie into the time period.
mm.
That's tough. That's tough. I mean, wow. That's a deep secret. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that kind of secret, it can't be a secret if Rocky Too Grimy knows it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's millions of other people that probably heard this too, and somebody had to do some research and dig, and this shit would be a factual finding by now, right? That shit is like, this is old. Like, you talking about the Chris Brown and Rihanna shit, the whole fight. You talking about that
Yeah,
situation where he went to
Yeah,
jail?
yeah. Where
yeah,
where she had the the bruises and everything.
Hmm.
mm,
Allegedly, this is because you got to remember around that time period. This is when like they was doing Umbrella
yeah.
and
She
all
just
that
came
stuff.
out. Yeah.
Like this is like it all lines up with the stuff, and that's why Jay Z has been it's a clear thing that like Jay and Chris don't get along. You never seen a Jay Z and Chris record. You never, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
that's untouched territory. You know what I'm saying? So it's alleged, but is it that far from reality? I don't know.
You know what? I've never. You're right. I've never heard a Chris Brown and Jay Z collaboration before. Like, can you think of one? I don't.
I
I,
mean, no, he ain't collab, but
What in what world would you have that though? Like why
it's two
would you
different
mean,
have
generations.
Chris
because
Brown?
Chris Brown collaborated and Jay Z. They both,
But that's two
collaborated a
different
lot of different
generations, though.
artists.
By the time Chris Brown became who he is right now, Jay been long retired since. Like, he only step out every now and
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be different if it was in the
No,
Nah,
he was
that's
'90s or some
saying
that,
he
shit.
was
that's
retired and came back and did, a whole album. Like,
Yeah, but he would like he. Who did he get? He didn't get like Usher. He didn't get like nobody else either. Like, he like pretty
no,
much
he
he did the
did have
Carters.
like
He
who
did it.
he
He got
had?
Beyonce as a singer. He didn't need no other
No,
vocalist for real.
he had a male singer too. I just can't remember who it was right now.
Uh,
He did have like a male singer. I want to. Was it Trey Songz? Nah, he had somebody. Can't remember.
mm. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't no popular person. It was probably just somebody in camp that he worked with that did a record. Like I said, like his last shits or what, he did the 444, right? Like, we could go back
Hmm.
that far. I really think you can't go back before that, and really, unless you really like just pull up his whole catalog. When Jay got an extensive ass catalog of fucking albums and shit already. He got plenty of hits out there. But like, if
Yeah.
we timestamp this shit from 444, which is like post dread hove, like death of auto tune, everything after death or auto tune moving forward. That's around the time frame of maybe a Chris Brown popping up on the scene. Like, you got to think when this nigga had a little baby fro in
bro.
that
No, no, no,
video.
no, 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 no. You're
What?
you're
What?
you're very wrong. You're very wrong.
What?
Chris
How am I wrong?
Brown's first album came out in like 2005. When
Okay.
you're talking
Yeah, it
about
was running.
like when you're talking about fucking 444, bro, that was not even 10 years ago. That was, you know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying? Like
saying.
that stuff.
But I'm saying, but before that, it was a big gap before Jay was even right. He retired after for a long time before he came back out with 444, bro.
Bro, he was retired for like a year, bro.
All
What are
right, so
you
what was the
talking
album
about?
before that, bro? What was the album he did before? Around the time Chris Brown
Before
came out,
four?
what album he had?
I think
I
that
feel
was the
like
Magna Carta. That was the
Hmm?
Magna
yeah, I feel
Carta
like
joint.
Jay Z is like in the same box when it like as far as like no people knowing their music nowadays is like the same as Nas. Like I just feel like I don't know. I haven't heard the Jay Z album in a very, very long time. So if it was 10 years ago, I don't know. I probably didn't even listen to it then, if that's the case. Because I really don't remember the last time I listened to a Jay Z album. Like, like a new Jay Z album. And
That's what I'm saying.
444
It's like
was
it's a
definitely
disconnect
probably the
there.
last one.
Yeah, nah, cause that's what I'm saying. It's like they circles was totally different. I feel like at the time, like
But
Chris Brown right
what does
now.
444 have to do with what we're talking about?
No, what I'm talking
This
about is
all
the time,
happened.
like nigga, if I'm out here and if we in the record business, like, and by the time Chris Brown was a hot commodity, like Jay been chilled out already. Is what I'm saying. He been chilled. He's not the same Jay
Justice
Z
said
from
Magna
Summer Jam,
Carta came out before 444.
and he wasn't. And that. But let's be real, that album was not fucking shit. He had
Right,
Justin Timberlake on. You
right.
talking about the one with Justin Timberlake on it?
Magna Carta.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying. What are
I'm
you
trying to
even
say that
saying?
they. I
Because
don't feel like. I don't feel like just because there was no Jay Z Chris Brown collab
Brown
is not
is
a vital piece of
literally
evidence to
on.
that to back
Chris
that
Brown
statement.
is literally on the remix to Umbrella, bro.
Who you said what now?
Chris Brown is on the remix to Umbrella. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you mean they're not around the same time period, bro?
That's not that's Rihanna record though, my nigga.
That's Rihanna's record with Jay Z, and Chris Brown is on the remix. And we're
Eh,
talking about this time period where Chris Brown and Rihanna were dating, right? And the alleged story is that Jay Z was sleeping with Rihanna, hence cheating on Chris Brown, and gave her a disease which she transmitted to Chris, and that's why he hit her. That's what we're
All right,
talking
so
about.
let's look at this as grown men though, right? All right, so peep it.
What?
And
Now
I
hold
was
Now,
on.
like, I ain't
I ain't
never
never
heard
heard
a
this one
Chris
before.
Brown and
yeah,
Jay Z
like that's what
collaboration.
I'm trying
I
to
ain't
tell
never
him.
heard this one before. That's
I ain't
crazy. I
never
ain't
heard
know
it
he.
either.
Now you
Rocky's
trying
the
to
only
say
one with the
both of them
story.
got diseases? Is that what y'all trying to say?
That's what I'm saying. And again, this is allegedly.
Now the only one
Right?
I know that got herpes for real is Usher.
Usher.
Yes.
They said that's terrible.
Yes.
That's all,
Yes.
bro.
Allegedly.
That's all I'm
Allegedly.
saying, bro.
Allegedly.
That's all I'm saying is that yo, like I don't feel like just because they ain't did a record don't ain't grounds for shit. It's a lot of artists that can say they ain't got a record with Jay
Nah,
Z.
it don't mean grounds for anything. I'm just saying, like,
This what the
I don't recall them ever collaborating. So maybe they did have like some
Now I
little,
don't either
maybe they
though.
do,
That's the
maybe they
point.
do stand apart. That's all I was saying.
They
so
Maybe
check
do.
they
this
They
do
out.
stand apart.
So
absolutely stay away from each other. Jay Z,
so
you know what I'm saying?
let
It
me
was
play
Jay Z
Angel's
was trying to
advocate in
get
that.
him canceled.
Let me play Angel's advocate in that. If that's the case, right? Rihanna not a Rock Nation artist? I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
question. All right. So if she,
Rihanna
oh,
was,
okay, so if she's my artist, but I don't fuck with Chris Brown, why I'm gonna put a bag in Chris Brown's hand for him to get on the remix then?
bro. You're saying why about something that already happened? Like that's what I'm
It's
saying.
crazy because they say that like some people say that Jay Z is is the one who blacklisted um Chris from the industry. Like I don't know if y'all know now, like Chris definitely is still selling out fucking arenas and stadiums and doing whatever he needs to do, but Chris should technically be like levels and levels above where he's seen
What?
in society's eyes. I'm
What?
sorry, I don't think that society sees Chris the way that they should see him, and
Oh man.
it's all because he did that to Rihanna. I'm
Nah. I
sorry,
mean,
Yeah,
but
yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, but y'all have people skipping right over him, acting like he's not the
Who?
next Chris.
Everybody say he's the next thing to Mike, bro. Like we not gonna do
No,
that. We
you
not
don't
gonna do that.
understand how many people don't fuck with Chris Brown,
nah.
bro, because of that
I
shit.
think
A lot of people
You
hate Chris
don't
Brown,
understand.
bro.
They
Yeah,
don't
oh
they
like
A
do.
lot of
him. They
people
Y'all
don't
hate
are
like
Chris
Team
Brown.
Breezy
him.
in here right now. Y'all are Team Breezy. There's two
I
representatives of
like,
Team
I
Breezy
like
right now.
Chris Brown.
I
I
know
I
you
like I
like him,
love
like
but
his
Chris
you,
Brown.
music.
That's
but
what
what
I'm
they're
telling
And I
saying
feel
you.
is
like people
crazy.
he is overlooked. Like he's not where
He
he's supposed
is.
to
It
be.
is
Ever
a
since that
fact.
happened,
It's a
he's
Nah,
not
fact.
I
even,
disagree with that.
and he's a great dancer. I think he just
Okay.
came off a tour not too long
Yo, I
ago.
mean,
His
how many
tour was
people could beat
dope.
a bitch ass? How many people could beat somebody ass and then like, he lucky to be where he at? Like you
I
expect
mean,
like,
I don't condone
people to
Let's look
forgive
domestic
and
at the
overlook
violence,
it?
but I'm not
What
gonna
do you
let's
take
look
mean?
at
away
the
that
So
he's a
P
good
timeline.
Diddy can
dancer
drag
and
Can
he's the
drag
same.
Cassie down the hallway and get out of jail, and y'all still gonna bump his music.
Nah, I don't. We don't.
R. Kelly can do all that to all these people, and y'all still bump his music.
No, see, that's what
So
I'm saying. So no, this the
I'm
thing.
sorry, but
Nobody
no,
ever
Chris
stopped
Brown
bumping him.
he's been blacklisted though. Like if
Nobody
you
ever
don't think that
stopped
Chris
Chris
Brown is
Brown.
blacklisted from
No,
the
this nigga got to
industry,
hit every
I don't
fucking month
understand.
on the radio. Y'all are tripping.
He
Okay, wait,
don't though.
listen,
He
listen,
doesn't
Thanos.
though.
Thanos, let me say something. So if Rihanna accepted his apology, who are you or anybody else to be like, oh well, I'm gonna still be, you're like, I don't condone domestic violence, you know that.
I know that.
However, he's a good dancer, he's a good singer, and she accepted his apology. Okay.
Yo,
So
like yo, me and Lobo, yo, we literally had a conversation way before this podcast today. She has a hard stand on yo. From what I seen P Diddy do to
a
Cassie,
hard stand, okay.
yes,
On
you
what?
went on a fucking little mini rant about it. Like when like, I ain't even rebuttal or debate it or nothing because like it is what it is. But you had a firm stance on. I don't care what happens to Diddy. Throw him under the fucking prison for what he did to Cassie. So this man, because the woman that he beat up forgave him, that means you forgave him.
I mean, we
He still
see,
beat her.
we saw did it.
He still beat her. Your
I
stance should be the
mean,
same, no matter who forgave what. Like if you gonna, that's what I'm saying. We moving the
he
goalposts, man.
drugged Cassie down, like he yoked her up, bruh. Like
Now to the
he yanked her
contrary,
up, he yanked her, threw her down, side kicked her, threw vases at her.
did you
You
see
Yeah,
know,
Rihanna
but
I
hold
face?
didn't
on,
see,
hold
I ain't
on.
see Chris Brown,
Rihanna,
I didn't
yeah,
see
but
Chris
hold on.
Brown hit
They
Rihanna.
did
I
say
ain't see
they,
Chris Brown hit Rihanna. I saw the bruises. No, I'm just.
but they also said that Rihanna was whooping his ass too. So what? Uh,
So if
why don't
Cassie to
we?
put him
Why
in
don't
that
we
fight,
have?
Look,
Why don't
you
we
got
have the same animosity for Rihanna beating his ass? Is it
and
because
again,
she had a black eye? Is
let's
that
look
why?
at the timeline. Let's look at the timeline again, right? This is around the same time period. You got to remember they was in a car together. They were dating. I think they had just left the Grammys or some
It
shit
wasn't
like
the
that.
Grammys. It
It
was some other
it was
thing that they had just
it
left.
was
But
it was it was
they were
something.
both drunk and on drugs. So
You know what I'm saying?
let's just put all the you got to put everything into the evidence. They both were
Mhm.
fucked up and they both were beating each other's asses. So that's just what it
Yeah,
was.
because he
Like
had scratches on him.
yeah,
But
I
I'm
mean it
just
was
saying,
evidence for both parties.
this is my thing.
you look at the
All right, so
timeline.
so this is my thing. All right, so Chris Brown and Aubrey Graham are in a go to a bar. They go to a bar. All right, this is like a joke. Okay, glass flying. These niggas fighting. We know what you fighting for. The niggas talked about what they fighting for. Everybody knew what that shit was about. You telling me, y'all three are telling me that somebody gave you a
Is
venereal
everything silent? Am
disease.
I tripping?
Yeah, is you tripping? You can't hear me? Y'all don't hear me?
Nah, I can hear you, and I don't think that I've never heard the story about them having diseases, so I'm not agreeing to that. I have no idea about what kind of diseases they may or may not have.
No, again, listen, like it's alleged, but right, but we talking
I,
about Jay, and we talking about these different things. This is another thing that could possibly be true. I'm not saying it's true, but I'm saying if we look at what we know about Jay-Z, we look at the timeline, right? We already know that we know he has a thing for young girls, right? I don't think we need to debate that. We got Foxy, we got Aaliyah, we got Beyonce, Rihanna. It's a pattern, so there are some things that we know, right? So when it comes to the things that are alleged, we don't know it to be true, but do we know it to not be not true? I don't think so.
Okay, I mean, I feel you on that. You can hear me now, man.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Like my service be going in and
Yeah, it
out
was your
while I'm at
service. You was
work.
fucking me up.
Yeah,
Nah, so this my
yeah, I
thing,
can
bro.
hear
I
you
just
now.
feel like I don't know, like I'm just saying, as a man, I feel like that cat would have got out the bag, bro. Like oh, my chick gave me a disease, and she said she got it from this nigga. I'm putting you on blast. Was you crazy? And that's my
But
thing.
that's what
Like
I'm saying.
Jay's, yeah.
How though?
Let's
How
think
though?
about it.
When? Why have I never heard this before? Because I've heard several times that my boy Ursha got it, but I ain't
Right.
never
We
heard
all heard
that
the Usher
Chris
shit,
Brown
right?
or Rihanna had any. Like
Y'all,
I've
y'all
never
gotta,
heard
y'all
that.
gotta go down the rabbit holes. I'm telling you,
And
that's
what
what
kind
I'm
of
But you
diseases
saying.
can't
we
You gotta,
talking
always
about?
go down the. You
Because
you
can't
gotta,
always go down them rabbit holes. Cause
you
sometimes
gotta
them
go
rabbit
down the
holes,
rabbit hole.
people just be making them holes up. Sometimes
they just digging
you can't
This,
holes.
just
this is
jump in
why I
all
said,
of
this
them.
is why I said it's alleged. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying these are things that I've heard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but my
And
thing is if this is true though, Rocky, how many people has Rihanna and Chris Brown dated after each other? If this is true, so if this is true, that means that
She got a
ASAP
whole
has
bunch of
it.
kids with
That
ASAP.
means that
no, no,
what's
no,
the
no,
name
no.
has it? What's that girl named Chris Brown was dating, the bald head girl?
Oh yeah,
This
No, that's
Amber
not.
Rose got
Listen, listen,
it. Everybody
listen.
got
I
it.
did,
ASAP Rocky.
VG. I did not say herpes. When there was not a time in this
Okay, but
conversation
not herpes,
that I
not herpes.
said,
But what
I
kind of
said
disease would
disease.
make you punch somebody that hard, Rocky? Like what? What? It would have to be
Listen,
something major. It would have to be something major. It would have to be
listen. All
herpes,
I know is,
AIDS, something.
STDs. There
You
are
just out
you
here
get rid
punching
of an
people?
STD if
Like,
you get one. You know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. But I would
Yeah, I
think
mean, is that
that
the reaction? Is that the
you
reaction
know,
one would
I,
give
that's
to
what I'm saying.
gonorrhea?
Is that the reaction to
Or
that?
they gonna
Like,
be
I
like,
just
bitch,
don't
fuck
see
you, I'm
that
not fucking
being
with you
what
no
it
more.
is.
Like you nasty bitch,
Yeah,
and just walking away
yeah.
from it. Or you gave me gonorrhea, I'm gonna beat you up. I don't know, bro. Like
I
that
don't
shit.
know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I
But
know a lot of guys who have had plenty of STDs, and I haven't seen them beat up anybody yet. So, just
many
saying,
STDs is crazy.
many STDs. The guy, yeah, just saying, just saying. Hey
That's
man,
crazy work,
hey man,
VG.
hey man, hey me, hey, they got nothing to do with me. Hey, hey, I'm just saying the fellas are a little bit more frequent at flying. Is all I'm saying. So, hey,
yeah, that shit crazy.
when it
Yeah,
comes to
so.
the guys, for some reason I don't know,
Mhm.
but it's like when it comes to that type of stuff, it's not that serious of a thing. Like unless it's like really serious, like you
Like a
can't get
serious
rid of
thing,
it
like yo,
serious.
bitch, like some shit you can't bounce back
You know
from.
what I'm
Like
saying? Like I
herpes is
can't
a
get
good
rid of
one.
it.
Herpes is a
Yeah,
valid
that's a
one
good
for
one.
like you beating a
That's a
bitch
good one.
ass, like you know what I mean, or beating or going against this nigga head with a frying pan, like those things, like yeah, because like that shit's not curable, like to an extent, right? As far as my knowledge of it, like these
Right.
are things
No,
that's
that's
gonna live
not
with you,
curable. If you get
right?
it, if you got herpes, you got it for life. If you got AIDS, you got it for life. Like you don't get rid of those things. So those type of things, yes, I could see possibly maybe I would probably beat somebody up for that. Definitely.
So Riri
Definitely.
probably don't have that, being that she went and had multiple kids with another man, a rapper, a public figure, somebody who could always speak their mind, and probably would have said or wouldn't even deal with us, right? Like they still having sex and still having babies. So like I think things are pretty good in that department. Chris Brown had multiple relationships. Like he nobody ran out there and said nothing about him being dirty like that in that extent neither. So I don't know, man. Like it could be possible that they just don't fuck with each other or don't like each other, or maybe that ain't the case at all. Maybe they just didn't do business. Like it's a lot of other artists in the world. Like Jay-Z ain't that accessible to many. Like he did some shit with Kendrick. He did some shit with Ye. He did some shit here and there, but he's not a motherfucker that everybody. He did shit with Jeezy. Jeezy said he only seen the motherfucker in real life one time, but they got multiple songs together. They talk to each other on the phone and shit. So like, Jay's just not that kind of nigga that everybody got access to him like that either. So that might be the case. I don't know. I said Brianna. Has Beyonce ever did a record with Chris Brown? That's a good. I think that'd probably been a dope collaboration if they did.
Beyonce and Chris Brown, I don't think that's ever happened either. That's
Mm,
nah, nah, that's never been a thing.
okay, that
Because
sounds like something
again, that
possible. Or
yeah, that's never been a thing. To my knowledge, I don't think that's ever
Yeah,
been a
because
thing.
I mean, not no offense, but like you kind of already had, you didn't have Beyonce and Chris Brown, but you had Beyonce and Usher. So kind of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Love in This Club. That was like a epic moment. I feel like if Beyonce
mm,
and Chris Brown were to collab, that's the type of vibe they would create. But
yeah.
unfortunately, I do believe that Chris Brown was blacklisted from the industry. I understand you don't think he was,
Mm,
but I'm telling you the way that he was about to be like just everywhere the way that Michael was,
hmm
that's out of the window.
So you
Like
just feel like
that's
he's blacklisted because he's not on Michael Jackson's level, like he did with
no
No,
Michael
he
no
was
no
Jackson.
no no no
blacklisted
no no
because of the
no. That's not
Rihanna.
what I'm saying.
He was
He's
blacklisted for the
blacklisted
Rihanna
because
thing.
of Rihanna. Definitely, definitely.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
and
I
this
feel
is
like if we're gonna put it on either, I just think it's unfair to say like Jay's the reason why. Like,
it's not because of his talents. Of course not. I
right.
think that Chris Brown is a fucking genius as an artist. Like I love Chris Brown. It's not me who blacklisted him. But it's the same thing as like with Tory to me, kind of in my eyes. Like
Mm.
I feel like if you're better than the the people you work for, then you may
No,
not
look,
be able to be seen anymore. Is what I'm
Justice
saying.
made a great point in his last comment. He said the charts don't show Chris Brown was blacklisted. That's what I'm saying.
It's not so much as saying like, oh, he's blacklisted to where he's like what's his name? Like it's like so it's more so like
He's not blacklisted like say
he's
like
not where he's
if you
supposed to
look at
be.
right. So if you look at like Monique, I don't know if y'all know Monique from
Of course, we know
the
Monique.
Monique. Okay, so she was blacklisted for a
Hmm.
very very long time. So it's the same thing in my eyes. Missed opportunities, shows, awards. The charts may not be lying because Chris Brown has fans. That's why the charts don't show that because people are still listening to Chris Brown. Like regardless, he has a big fan base. Like
Yeah, that's
people
what
love
I'm
him.
saying.
But yeah, having that big fan base is only going to take you so far when you have the elites who are in control of everything else above you, stopping you from getting any further than where you are, is what I'm trying to
Right,
say.
right.
So
When was the
he's
last
only
time
going
we
to
Where
reach
do
a
seen
y'all
Justin
see?
certain
Like, I
accept an
don't
ceiling.
know,
award or
man.
something
Like,
like
this the
that?
thing that y'all kind of fucking me up with this whole thing right now because it's like, how, like, what far? Like, I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like what do he need to do? Like, the nigga sells a lot of records. I mean, he gets a lot of streams and shit. He got these fans. He's the only matter of fact. He's the only R&B artist that I know that motherfucking grown ass men is letting a woman pay $1,000 to take a picture with, or they're paying $1,000 to
and
who?
and,
Name
and
another
Usher
artist.
and
Well, when was
Usher
Name
the
another
they
last
artist
let
that's
time? When
doing
was
that.
the
they
last
I'm not
they
time?
sure that
they
When
yeah
was the
they
last
letting
I
time
don't
us
have
think
you
that's
seen
what's
him
happening.
get an
they letting
award or
Usher put
something like
cherries
that?
in their mouth. They let Usher put cherries in their mouth. So
I
what?
mean,
Hey,
that's his act
hey,
though.
hey,
That's
Thanos.
that's his act. But I mean, who would name another artist that's paying that people are paying thousands of dollars to take a picture with, bro? You can't name another. Chris Brown really got. I feel like when we have these conversations, everybody, a lot of people got Chris Brown in their top three, if not top two, when it comes to R&B singers. Period of this
When
generation
it
right now.
comes to fans of Chris Brown, of course, we
Yeah.
as fans of Chris Brown love him. We're
So
gonna
what
we're
bigger?
gonna
Like, I
put him
mean,
at that
he.
pedestal. But when you have, if you if there was an award show
Right.
right
That's what I
now,
said. When was the last
he's
time
not
him
getting
get an
any
award or
So he ain't
something
awards.
like
getting
He's
no
that?
Yeah,
never
awards.
he
getting.
don't
I
He's
get
not
agree.
nothing.
getting any more awards. It's not happening.
He don't get nothing. He barely performs at award shows. Like he's not
Right.
even
Yeah, because
invited.
they don't want him there. They
Right.
probably don't invite him or he's banned. That's what I'm telling you. Like he's only able to go so far,
Right.
which is sad. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he can still make buku. Like he's still selling out shows, which most of these new artists and even some of the old ones can't do. Like literally
Right.
cannot fill up an arena. But he's doing it effortlessly. But he's still blacklisted in a way.
Right. Right. Exactly. Right.
Yo, but Thanos, I want you to I think getting back to the conversation, Jay more so. There's a record that I want to see if you could pull up. He got a record called Young Girl. And I think we should listen to that record
Oh
and
my
talk
god.
about
Let's play it.
Listen, Chris
Let's play
Brown.
it.
Listen, y'all. Chris Brown most recent award was the BET Awards 2025 when he won Best Male R&B Pop Artist and the Viewer Choice Award for his song Residuals. Prior to that, he won a Grammy Award for Best R&B in 2025 Deluxe at the Grammy Awards. What are we talking about
Okay.
right now?
Okay. All right.
That's what I love about this
You
Google
did
shit.
your
I'm gonna use
research.
AI
You did your
correctly. I'm gonna use
research.
AI correctly now. Thank you. So like, let's not do that. Like the nigga is doing his like. I don't. If he's
Okay.
unsuccessful, I want to be
I
unsuccessful like
forgot
Chris
he
Brown.
did have that because he just came off tour with that
Residuals. He just
song.
had a big
So
hit record,
yeah, I forgot about
and
that.
he just won a Grammy and a BET award. Two of the motherfuckers there.
Well, okay, still he's not at where he should be. Like I feel like they still overlook him a lot in the industry. I feel like that whole Rihanna thing,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But
put a little damper on, where he could be right now. So I
this is
understand
what
what
I'm
BG
saying,
is
and I
saying, and
feel
I
like
agree
you
with that.
moving the goalposts. You,
But
I don't know if
let's
it's
talk about what Rocky said real quick.
what
Let's
he
get off
said.
of Chris Brown. He said, the Jay
Yeah,
Z record. Let's
go
get that pulled up
play
and
this
listen
Jay
to it.
Z. Yeah, play this Jay Z record called Young Girl.
You
Yeah,
got
let's
it.
play that.
How I'ma play it, nigga? I ain't got screen share. I'm just anything I play
How
music with.
how
I
was
got the
you how
Falcon.
was you playing music? You've been playing
I'm
music.
not playing it from a player though. That shit is inside StreamYard already.
It's
So
inside StreamYard.
yeah, I got these shits in my playlist in here. Like it's like I add like any video you like I put in here. Like I had to manually put the video inside of this.
So are you able to put YouTube videos? Because I'm sure you could pull it up
I
from
mean,
YouTube.
nah. I mean, I can't play when I'm on a computer. I'm on my phone. So that's the thing. Like when I'm back home, like I could screen share, I could pull up a video. So I ain't got the capabilities of doing that. Only way I could play that record right now is if somebody would send me the MP3 of it, and then I would have to save it to my files and then upload it in here. I could do that while I'm
Yeah,
in
if
here though.
you know what? Like actually, my phone is like connected to like the stuff on my computer, so it's possible that I might have that MP3 because I probably have that Jay Z album in my computer. So I'll check my files and
So
see
what you saying though,
if I
man?
got it.
What you saying about this record?
So basically, the song is basically like him talking about grooming. It's like literally just describing
So
how he
the song is
grooms.
about grooming. You said you sure?
Yeah, that's what the song is about. I
Right.
haven't
By
heard
Jay
it in
Z.
a long
By Jay
time.
Z.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in a long time. That's why I also want to hear it again, just to kind of also refresh my own memory. But I feel like
I ever heard it.
there were a couple of records where he was saying some crazy shit. I think there's another one from like the '90s that I can't remember the name of. I was trying to Google it. I was like, I literally typed in the word like song where Jay Z talks about grooming, and a
All right.
young
So what
girl
you talking
came
about?
up.
Girls, 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 girls. I do adore.
Nah, he said it was called
Nah,
something
no,
else.
no, 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 not that song, not that
All
song.
right. So boom. I'm sitting here. I got the young girl. I don't have the MP3, but I actually have the I have the lyrics in front of me right here.
Read some of
No, we
read.
gotta hear it. That's not the
First
same
of all,
thing.
the song is not Jay Z's. It's by Pharrell. All
It's
right.
by Pharrell.
So
It's
yeah,
Pharrell
it's
song.
by Pharrell. I'm trying to see if
It's
Jay Z's
Pharrell.
on it.
It's Pharrell featuring
Jay,
Jay Z.
nah, nigga, that shit just say young girl Jay Z. I mean, it says no, it just says Pharrell.
No, nigga, you're not looking at the right shit, nigga. The
Let me
shit I'm
Jay
talking about
Z.
is
Look, I'm gonna
a
type it
Jay
in.
Z song.
Jay Z, young girl. Okay, I'm gonna type that in again.
Pharrell produced it.
No, and when I type that in, the first thing that pops up, it says "Young Girl," song by Pharrell Williams, 2006. Jay Z lyrics about falling in love with a young girl resurfaces. Let me look this up. It's some troubling Jay Z lyrics resurface about him falling in love with a young girl amid Diddy rape allegations. Jay Z lyrics about falling for a teen girl has resurfaced after the rapper was accused of sexual assault of a 13-year-old girl in 2000. Hold on, Dan, he tried to boot me out for that bitch. Hold on 1 second. We about to get into it. Let's see. They trying to hit these little ads in front of me. All right, the 55-year-old hip hop mogul, real name Sean Carter, has appeared on Pharrell Williams' 2006 song "Young Girl," rapping of an interaction with a 19-year-old girl. Okay, so I mean, she legal. At the very least, we could say that. Like, she's not underage. She's younger than him, of course, though, right? So let's say 55. Hold on, he's 55 now. That's 2006. He made that. That was 19 years ago. So 19 years ago, he was what, so 20, 30, like, so he's about 30 something. He's like 32, 31.
Basically, so again, so like if you look at the timeline, right, that we were talking about earlier, like it's basically like kind of talking about Beyonce. Like even if she was like if he's alluding to a 19-year-old in the song, like he met her when she was 15, 16. You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
So
no, 15. Hold on, here we go. This is what it says. Hove got a young girl, still not quite 21. You're 19. No, you're lighting in a bottle. I'll give you a ring tomorrow. The scene that follows screams of horror. He raps on a track. Other lines include, "Mama don't think you should take someone so advanced in romance. You should just wait. Hove don't bite. Hove been through it. I might mold your life. Be like Janet. Take control of your life." The lyrics reemerged on social media as a part of the thread on X, discussing how Carter had met his now wife Beyonce when she was 19. The early days of their relationship have come under scrutiny after Carter was hit with a civil suit claimed an assault with a teenager with Sean Diddy Combs. Some social media users expressed shock at the lyrics, with one calling them absolutely freaking hideous on many levels. Those lyrics are very disgusting. Another user replied on X. Others came to the defense, pointing out that 19 is above the age of consent. Let me see. Yeah, so Uh, that's it for that. As
So,
far as
so hold on. So hold on. So you're gonna tell me because the person that he's describing was of age, like that's just it's just we're gonna dismiss it.
no, I mean, like, I
That's
think it's
what
the.
that's what you're saying. It's like, well,
I ain't nigga. I ain't
he's
saying shit.
saying
All I'm
he's
telling you,
saying
I'm reading you.
because you're
I'm reading you the
19.
script. I'm reading you with the shit saying the thing. I'm not the ex user they talking about.
I
I ain't
mean,
even.
but
I ain't
look,
even give my what.
we just had this discussion the other day, and so you already know how I feel about the caps anyway, right? So literally,
Yeah, nah,
like when
yeah,
you're
yeah.
listening
So
to it,
go
like
ahead.
he's literally saying, like, yo, like don't listen to your mom. I know your mom think this is wrong, but take control of your
He
life.
did.
I done
Nah,
been,
that ain't what the
bro.
fuck I read to y'all just
That's
now.
not what you just read.
I did not. He didn't say that shit. He didn't
That's
say
not
that.
what you. That's not
Hold
okay.
on, bro. Let's go back to it. Hold on. Let me see. I want to
So
find
you
his
just
actual
gonna be in
verse.
denial now with the words in front of your face.
Bro, I didn't hear him say, "Oh, here we go. This is his verse right here. I'm gonna read the whole fucking verse." Hove got a young girl. Hove got a young girl, still not quite 21. So high strung, such a vibrant thing. I introduced myself, hi, Miss Thing. You're 19? No, you're lightning in the bottle. I'll give you a ring tomorrow. That scene that follows screams of horror. Classic Stephen King novel. Mama don't think you should take someone so advanced of romance. You should just wait. Papa don't preach. Hove don't bite. Hove been through it. I might mold your life because I'm gonna show you right. Proper etiquette. Hold how to hold your knife. That line right there. Keep
He's
it competitive
literally
with
grooming
Oprah's
her
ice.
in
Be
the
like Janet.
verse,
Take control
bro.
of your life.
He
He's
did say
grooming her
he
in
was
the whole
grooming. He
verse.
said
That's
mold. He
that
said
shit did
mold. He
sound
didn't say
groomish.
groom. He said mold. I will mold
Yeah, he
you.
did
That's
say
what he
mo,
That
said.
but the
that
whole
that's
like teach you how
code
to hold a
word for
knife shit. That shit right there, low key sounds like I'm gonna teach you how to be a lady, kind of like it does. That one line
Yeah,
right
that's
a,
pretty
there.
much what. Yeah, you
a
young, but I'm gonna
lady in
teach you.
his image. That's
Yeah,
what,
to
bro.
the lady
Come
I
on.
want you to be is what he basically
Exactly.
said.
He's going to teach you how to be the late. And then
Yeah, but that
he
yo,
said,
but that's
I
no
got a
different.
ring for you. Come
But
on,
no, that
bro.
no, don't that the devil's advocate, angel's advocate in this situation. That's no different than somebody, a dude that's with a roughneck chick, and is like, I want to teach you how to, what's the difference in that?
So what's
I
the
feel like
difference
it
in
could
it?
have been
So
used that way.
what's the difference in your and old boy saying it when we was in that space that time and you remember what he
Who?
said?
Oh, what it, nah,
Yeah.
that was no, don't.
What? What's the
Do
what's
that.
the difference? What's the
Cause you know what the
difference?
difference is. That man that you talking about, he before he gave us the whole foundation of the story, and his thing was a guy that I went to high school with. When I went, I used to go visit him and shit, go visit his family and shit, and have dinner and shit. Like I noticed his daughter, who was at the age of 14, 15, and I said, she got some childbearing hips, and I was like, yeah, I was just gonna wait on that thing. He said something in a
Yeah,
nutshell
and
like
then
that.
he went and then
That's
he went and made
and
babies
then
with
he
her.
went and married her, and then he went and made her his wife eventually. That's some nah. That's nasty work.
What's
That's
the difference?
nasty.
It's mold. It's all molding. It's
I
all
don't know
molding
I
and
don't know how
shaping.
you read I
I'm
don't know how
saying.
you read those lyrics and that to you says like, well, I mean, it's normal. Like, she's of age, like, I just don't see it like, and then like that's why I wanted you to actually play the record because like actually hear him rap it and deliver it in the tone and the cadences that he's using is actually kind of crazy to listen to.
Mm. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, nah, yeah, like nah. So when he says like you're lightning in the bottle, I'll give you a ring tomorrow. So like if he like literally means ring tomorrow, like me on the surface at my first reading of that, I felt like he was saying like, nah, you too young. Like I'm gonna wait for I'm gonna wait. Is that what did you get that from that or not? Did you get something or did you get
No,
that?
not at all. It's the complete opposite. It's literally the opposite. The mom is saying you should wait. He's
Yeah,
saying, nah,
the
take
mom is
control of
saying
your
you should
he's saying
wait.
take control of your life. He's saying you take control of your life. Don't listen to them. Listen to me. That's what he's saying, bro.
Yeah, and he said mold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he wants to mold her into something that could be for him.
right.
That's literally what happened. That is the Beyonce story. There's no other way to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other way to look at it.
This shit is nasty work, bro. Hold on, I gotta bring VG back up. There she go. So Pete, nah, nigga, like you sitting there, like I like how we focusing on that, and nah, I'm agree. I'm not even going to disagree with you because now, like, now that I'm reading it again, like that shit is. I don't like it. I don't like that. So, but the thing that I wanna, we're not gonna look over is motherfucker the nigga who made this record. Okay, Pharrell verse goes, "Mama help! I fell in love with a young girl. What on earth was I supposed to do? Too young, a little too young." Young girl, so in love with you, just a little too young. What on earth am I supposed to do? That's the hook. My heart was soaking and I broke it in a young world. What on earth am I supposed to do? Young girl, I'm so in love with you. What the
Yo,
fuck?
so wait a minute. Whose lyrics are these?
That's
For
Pharrell.
real.
Oh
That's the
Lord.
chorus. The chorus is,
Jesus.
Mama
Mm.
help, I fell in love with a young girl. What on earth am I supposed to do? Young girl, so in love with you. That's the chorus.
What did I say in Fame? What did I say in Fame, Thanos? I said a lot of grown men that like
Let the
their women
woman
underage.
underage.
You know what I'm saying? It's so like I stand on it with anybody.
Yeah, that shit
I
ain't
don't
cool.
I don't improve on it on let anybody stand.
And
You
my
know what I'm
thing is
saying?
this,
Like
like nigga, like, and that's this my thing. Like, say Rocky had this kind of record, he came to me like, "Yo, I got a record called Young Girl." Nigga, no, I'm not about to. What you want me to do on it?
Bro, that's wild.
That's
Young
my
girl.
first thing is like, if for somebody come to me with a record like that, I'm not a like. What made this nigga say like, "Yeah, I want to get on that with you"? What? What are we doing?
Right.
Now I'm feeling the way about that. I'm pissed off that we close to
That
Eminem's
both
damn
of them.
space, and he want to drop this. He want to drop this bullshit on me, son. He's trying to drop this Brooklyn bullshit on me.
hey man, listen, but it's like, but here's the thing, right? Because it's like I've always felt like this, like towards him. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to his music every day. I enjoy the music, but I've always felt like, yo, there's some weird shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I never not felt that way. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that like I've been peeped. You know what I'm saying? I was peeping the weird shit with him before I was willing to believe the R. Kelly shit. I was in denial about R. Kelly for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I refused to believe the R. Kelly stuff until the facts were just thrown in my face. This shit it's been in plain sight the entire
Wait a
time.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute,
Cause
wait
it go all
a
the way back to
minute.
what Foxy
How you
Brown. They were
didn't
saying him and
see
Foxy Brown,
but
Jay and Foxy
how did
Brown.
Rocky not see the signs with R. Kelly? Come on.
Because
It
I'm
was
gonna
a
tell you
whole
why.
video out.
Because first of all, I ain't seen the video, right? So that's one thing.
Oh,
The second
okay, okay.
the
I'm about to
second
say
thing
how
about that.
it was in front of your face though. It was. It was.
But look, the thing with R. Kelly was that I want to say, um, I was a little, what's that word? I guess ignorant is a good word,
Naive.
right? Like,
Naive,
yeah,
probably.
naive. That's the word I'm trying to say. I was naive to where I had it in my head that like they're just trying to bring another black man down. That's how I
Yeah, nah,
looked at it.
I
I
get it.
didn't
I
think,
get it.
you know what I'm saying? Like the Michael Jackson shit. Like I looked at it like they're
Yep.
just trying to bring Michael Jackson down. I didn't, believe that anything could be like that with Michael. So the same way I felt about Michael was the same way I looked at R. Kelly. I was like, Nah, R. Kelly ain't do that shit. They just trying to bring a black man down, a successful black man that we all love. They just trying to bring him down until I saw the facts. And then I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? That was my me being naive and my ignorance when it came to R. Kelly. But the Jay-Z shit, I always peeped that. I've been peeped it from long time ago. I peeped that shit.
I see Justice in the comments said if you were born in the 80s, you knew R. Kelly liked them young because he had permission to marry Aaliyah.
Exactly. Like the fact that her Aaliyah's parents like gave the permission though is insane to me. That and that's another thing that like when it comes to MJ. Like the parents, all of these parents were like the ones who were motivating this stuff, like their children to go with these adults. You know what I'm saying? Like realistically, it's not like these kids just woke up one day and was like, ah, I'm going to R. Kelly's house. Like no, that's not how that works. Like you had to get permission, and that's clearly what happened. And like I said, it's been in front of our faces for a long time, but I just feel like society just now decided to start seeing stuff that has been there for a long time. Like the P
Like
Diddy stuff
you
has
want to
been
know
there. So
somebody, you want to know somebody who right now is like sick and fucking twisted, and we all know he's sick and twisted, but
Hmm.
everybody just fucking ignores it. Trey Songz. Like
Yeah,
we done known about Trey Songz for years
yeah,
and years upon years. I don't know
you want to know
why.
what's funny?
What we know about him?
I know nothing about Trey Songz. I don't listen to
yeah.
Trey
They
Songz, so
said
I
he
don't know
and he
nothing
like
about him.
young girls too. They was like he like young girls and
Oh
he's
my
abusive and he's
gosh.
abusive. They was like he abusive. He be hitting on girls and stuff or something like that. I mean, he was in the news a long time ago about being with young girls and rape. I think it was rape or something like that. Like he allegedly raped somebody. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I don't think we can say that on YouTube. Uh, but I don't know. Let me be quiet.
Oh, I don't know. See, I don't be on these platforms normally, so grape, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's too
yeah,
late.
yeah,
It's too
yeah. Too
late.
late, too late, too late. Maybe they did catch it. It will be alright. We'll be alright. Yeah, nah, I don't know, man. I just feel like a lot of this stuff has been shown to us, like we've known about it, and I just feel like people just haven't, I don't know. I don't know if it was the Cassie Diddy situation that has just made people feel more like it's a possibility that I can be heard now. Maybe I don't really know what it is,
Hmm.
but everybody is coming out of the woodworks, and now it's like everybody got accusations on them. So,
Right, like they
I,
were all scared before, scared of being blacklisted or, and
right,
now
right.
that the Cassie stuff came out, it's like, okay, now I could come out with my stuff, my thing, what happened to me.
Yeah. So my thing is though, like, what happened? Like, where was we at in like 10, 15 years back when the Mac Mains were talking about in a few years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus, and this rapper said
Yeah,
that, and that
I
rapper
just
said
said
that.
that shit in a space the other day where I was like, like when I heard it the first time, like I was actually Miley Cyrus's like age. I think I'm maybe like a year or two older than her, or she's a year or two older than me, something like that. So like in my teenage mind, when I'm hearing that, I kind of glossed over it a little bit. But then I was like, wait a minute, like what you mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nah, that ain't
Eminem,
even
that.
I don't even think that's what it was, bro. Because I'm like 10 years older than you, and I overlooked this shit as well. You know what I mean? But I think like somewhere during the pause, before the no diddies, it was pause, right? And no
Mm-hmm.
homo and all this shit, right? All that talk before that era, I think things like that was being fucking Biggie. Don't you know my nigga gotta fucking kidnap kids, fuck them in the ass, throw them over the bridge. Like we
Yo,
let this shit
Biggie,
go. We
Biggie
let these
definitely
things.
had some very questionable bars. Justice just said
He
in the
had
comments, he
crazy
said,
shit.
don't forget about the boss Rick Ross and
Put
putting
Molly in a
Molly in
drink and she ain't
drink,
even know it.
admitting it.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that didn't gloss over at all. Like
crazy,
that, he literally
crazy.
was talking about fucking spiking women's. You know what I'm saying? And like, especially with him, like that, I'm surprised that like he doesn't get brought up more because he was right there with Diddy, like Ciroc Boys, all that stuff, bro. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been right there. You know what I'm saying? The French Montanas, the Meek Mills, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I said,
Mhm.
like, even, with Jay, like, he right there with Diddy. Who at all the Diddy parties? Who you always see in the pictures with Diddy? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we just gonna act like all a coincidence? Nah.
And I think it's the audio that was going around where Diddy placed a call back to his son from prison from jail and was like, yo, we heard from Jay, and he was like, nah, he ghost. He like he ain't whatever the response was like, nah, he ain't he ghosting. I think that's what like I don't know which son he was talking to, but it's like some audio that's out with the jail conversation. And Diddy was like, you heard from Jay? Asking his son. He was like, nah, he ghosting.
Yeah, and I know his son, King Combs, got a new album out right now with Kanye and shit that just released and shit. I seen that shit on my YouTube timeline. Like, wow. I think he got one called Free Diddy or Diddy Home or some shit like that. So it's kind of crazy, man. Kanye still fuck with the boy though. Clearly,
They was like, Diddy was they was
Kanye is on some shit, bro. Like he's not even like Kanye's not even here, bro. Like Kanye is so like he's here, but he's not here. Like his brain is fried, bro. I can't even listen. I listen to Kanye's music like his old shit. Like I don't want to hear nothing new that he makes because it's not Kanye. You know what I'm saying? It's not the guy that like I want to listen to. You know?
no, that shit is wild work, man. And it's. And like you said, I kind of wish I didn't even play Fame earlier. I didn't even closed out the whole live with that because that's what you really like. I think your verse really, I'm more so talked about just a lot of the fake shit in the world, but I felt like you really touched on this whole topic of this, a lot of these guys and the canceling of them behind, what I'm saying, a lot of what you saying with a lot of men like the women underage and all that grooming shit is it is wild work, man. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the song was actually inspired by like all of that stuff that was coming out about Diddy and I remember that stuff it went away but they were bringing Jay's name into it, you know what I'm saying? And it was when they brought Jay's name into it and I started like thinking about all the stuff that like I already did know and had knowledge of. I just was kind of just like sick of like what goes on in the industry in general. You know what I'm saying? And that's what so like it wasn't meant to be like a specific shot at anybody in particular, but it was just like me trying to like say like yo, like this industry that I used to want to be a part of, I don't know that I really want to be a part of it anymore. Like I don't like if this is what you got to do to be a
Right.
part of this
Facts.
industry, like
We
I
did.
don't get down with
Yeah,
that.
I low key feel
Well,
like,
you've heard.
man. No, go ahead, V.
I was gonna say like you've heard multiple like artists like talk about the especially the ones who like could have been like something big but dipped out before like
Right,
because
right.
they didn't want
right.
to do the sacrifices of the industry and having to humiliate themselves or the rituals or whatever it is. Like there are some that are just not gonna go for it. So you know what I'm saying. I feel like Mace was one of those guys. It's just like, yo, I don't even think the parties was going on in his era. But
I
then
don't know.
again,
I
what
was
do I
murder.
know? You know what I'm
I was
saying?
murder. P
You
Diddy
right,
made me
you
pretty.
right.
Did it
You
for the
right.
paper. Can the nigga get with me?
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
shit did
that
not
stuff in
age
the
well, yo.
industry has been going on for years, and not just in the music industry, but even with the actors and the actress, stuff was going on, and with filmmaking and
Just
stuff like
Hollywood,
that. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Holly
Yeah, that's
Hollywood,
just
Hills.
period. Like
Hollywood.
all of that,
Yeah.
the modeling industry, all of that, it's always been
You got the
going
fucking
on.
Nickelodeon kids, all types of shit, man. Right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then you got what is the island? I don't think it's. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think they use the island like that no more. What is it? Epstein Island?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
uh
Epstein Island. Uh-huh.
like
Mm-hmm.
you can't explain the things that have been pictured there, like the stories that have been told from that, and these are the
Right.
elites that go to those places. Only the elites are allowed there. So it's
Right.
like, man, listen, Diddy was having these parties, but they wasn't empty parties. Somebody was at these parties. So
Yo, yeah.
everybody can act like they wasn't at the parties, but at some
Man,
point
I seen the
it's
video,
gonna come out.
yo. Look, I seen the video. A dude was like, he said he was at one of Diddy parties, and he said not the freak out part because they do that in another plate, like another area of the party or whatever. And he said, yo, this nigga said, yo, I was trying to go find a bathroom. He said he went into this fucking room. He said he seen Diddy and Carl Winslow in that motherfucker, bro. I was rolling like hell nah, bro.
Yo, I'm weak, bro.
He
I
said,
don't
yo,
know, man.
he said
That's
then when
You
Diddy,
crazy.
you
yo, then he
remember
said when Diddy
when
came out,
Fab and
look,
Jada was on Drink Champs
oh, of course,
and
man. You
Diddy
know
Yeah.
I
pulled
love him
up and he
scraping
was
and
like, "Yo,
scrambling.
Fab, why you don't ever
Yeah,
party
Fab was
with me?"
scared. He
And
Why
was
you
Fab
never?
scared.
I
So you
mean,
didn't
and
really
party,
Fab is
party
like,
party.
with Diddy.
"No, but
He like
I
he
we
ain't want to say
partied. I came
nothing
to the
on
party."
Drink
He was like,
Champ.
"No, but me and you, we ain't
We
really
ain't
never
party,
party."
party.
You know?
So I mean, when he say that, so I think like, but I mean, did Jada party? Did Jada party with you, nigga? Because like he was part of the locks, and he was there too. It wasn't just Fab there; it was Jada too, right? That was
Nah,
there.
but I mean, like you,
He
bro,
was
you could
talking to
tell,
Fab.
like you could tell the motherfuckers that like they might have been in the circles, but they wasn't partaking
Yeah, they
in stuff
wasn't on
like
that.
that.
They
You know what
wasn't
I'm
like
saying? Like
lighted
they
back shit.
wasn't like there was some dudes that wasn't like it was like, nah, we not finna do this. Like the locks was throwing TVs at this nigga, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's it's different, man. Like.
Right. Yo,
Not
Justice
not
said.
everybody not everybody that went to the parties was partaking
Right.
in that stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might have seen shit or like there's a lot of stories.
Now you
That,
remember the pictures that circulated a few months ago with Aaliyah and all them in a big ass bed, like
yeah,
all them
yeah,
artists and
yeah.
shit. That shit didn't make sense to me either. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, why is y'all all in this big ass bed like that? Yeah, that shit kind of look wild. The big some big stars in that motherfucker,
Yeah,
man.
the
Yeah, he
shit
had,
from
but
J
he's
Lo
always
and
had
that
that.
shit.
Y'all done heard the stories about Diddy big ass bed in the backyard. Like
Mhm.
somebody was in the bed, bro. Nobody, y'all didn't just see the bed and leave. Like realistically, the stories we've heard, like and why are we hearing these stories unless y'all was partaking in these activities? Like y'all had to be somehow involved to know what was going on. So don't act like you wasn't a part of these freakouts, man. Because I understand they may not have been happening at every party,
Hmm.
but come on, man. If this is what he known for, I seen a video where they was about to get on a boat and he had them. They wasn't. Nobody could take their phones. You know what I'm saying? Like he had them, putting them in a bucket on the way walking to the boat. Like everybody was like robots at this point. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Y'all signed up for this, so
Mm, mm, mm.
That's like that movie, Blink Twice. How
Mm.
how they
yep,
were
yep.
drugging them girls and having them doing crazy stuff. They didn't
That
even
shit
know.
is that shit is wild work. But let's get to some of these comments real quiit, man. Justice had a couple things to say. He said, I don't think Jay-Z is innocent of being into some ill stuff, but maybe not the freak offs. LOL. So and then he also says politicians also, I think that's when he was speaking of who you speaking about, a few minutes ago when we was talking about like it's not only in the music biz but in Hollywood and all these other things. He said politicians as well. And he said
Yeah,
Epstein Island was a. He said Epstein Island was for people like Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks. So like
yeah. These
them
actors,
big
all these
A
actors.
list
Do
actors
y'all
and
do
shit.
y'all
Yeah,
remember when Diddy was like going so hard with like his vote or die shit and like all these things? Like I also feel like
Yep.
that was something that
hmm
was
Yep.
right in our face that he
Listen,
wasn't
y'all don't
speaking
remember
to.
this. I know y'all don't remember. Y'all, a lot of people probably don't remember, but I remember it was like I can't remember the year, but you know how like after this, well, during Super Bowl, there's like all these commercials. No, was it New Year's maybe? I feel like it was New Year's. It was New Year's or some year. I don't know. But there was a freaking commercial on TV and it was like the first commercial that came on as soon as the new year came. And it was like a bunch of different celebrities, artists, movie actors, like just a bunch of different people. And they all were just saying the same thing. We are one. We are one. And then like behind them was like the pyramid thing. And yo, like it never seen the
mm.
commercial again a day in my life. Like some people recall it, a lot of people don't. And it's just like I feel like these people have been like putting signs in front of us for a long time and now, you know, it is what it is. Like I just
Do
feel like
y'all remember? Do y'all remember? This was a few years ago. I want to say maybe it was like probably like 2017. When Travis Scott did the Astro World shit and like everybody had Caesars.
yep.
Yes,
Yep.
So what they were saying about that is that that was not a performance. It was a ritual.
a ritual. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was basically like he was opening up like some demonic ass shit. And everybody that was there, you know what I'm saying, was like, I really ain't
Didn't
fuck
some
with Travis
people?
Scott since then like that. I
Didn't
ain't gonna
some
lie.
people die? Didn't some people die from that
Yes,
whole event?
yes, they did.
Mm,
They did. Like
that's
it was so
crazy.
much going on with that concert, like Astro World, and then it was like when he did. I think he just recently did another type of something like that, and everybody was like, "Oh no, it's gonna happen again." Like
Mm.
I don't know, man. I just feel like this stuff has been going on for a long time. Some of it is stuff that we'll never be able to touch. I don't even want to touch. Uh, and I feel like once you reach a level of success, you are gonna come to an ultimatum, or you're gonna have to come to an ultimatum of deciding which path you're gonna take. Um, I think that ev no matter what you're doing, whether you're an artist, actor, dancer, doesn't matter. Um, you're gonna meet that ultimatum if you're successful, and we've seen plenty of people who have chosen the latter instead of becoming famous and taking the riches. I just feel like if you get that type of money and that type of success and fame, you are going to have to make some sacrifices that you probably shouldn't. So,
Do
uh,
y'all remember when, and I don't know because I feel like it's kind of been scraped off the internet, but I remember when it happened. This was also like maybe almost 10 years ago. Justin Bieber was talking about he was somewhere like he was on a bus or something, and there were some people, and they said like, "Yo, if you wanna get to like the Jay-Z level of like success or whatever," they had like a baby, a toddler or something, and they basically wanted him to rape the kid, and
Mm.
he said no. He said no, and obviously, if you look at Bieber, he's never been the same. He's
Oh
never
my
been the same since.
goodness.
You
Well, you
know,
seen the
and it's like
video? Yeah,
I don't like I feel like it might have been scraped off the internet, but I remember watching it
the, yo,
like
I
and
don't
just
even,
being disturbed.
I never seen
That's
that one, but
crazy.
I believe it because there's still videos out of people doing what they say or look like rituals. I don't know if eating a bird's head on live national television is seems like a ritual to y'all,
Wow.
but it seems
That's
like a ritual
crazy.
to me. Is all I'm saying.
Who was eating the bird's head?
Should I say the name?
Who?
Yeah,
Should I
go
say it?
ahead.
Who?
It's the snap, man. We ain't holding back.
I'm over at, look it up. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams.
What?
What?
She ate a
She
crow
ate a
on
crow
her
on
show.
her show. Look it up.
For real?
Look it up.
Wow.
She ate a crow,
Wow.
like the
A
body of a,
crow, the bird,
like a
bird.
raw
A
bird,
Wow.
black
blood,
That's
crow,
blood coming out
bro.
and everything.
crazy work
A
right there.
black crow.
We love
Mm-mm-mm.
Wendy.
Hold on,
Oh yeah,
I'm about to
we
pull up some
love
I'm
shit.
gonna
Wendy
have to
though. All
look at
love to
that.
Wendy. Shout out to Wendy, man. I still love Wendy.
Jeez,
But
that's
she definitely
crazy
did
work.
that. Now I'm not saying it is, but I ain't saying it ain't. That's all I can say.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I haven't
I
heard about
typed
that.
in when I typed in Wendy Williams ate, the first thing come up is a crow.
Told you.
Like the spell check,
That
like they was like, oh, we
that
know
one
we.
missed me. I did not come across. I haven't been down that rabbit hole yet.
It says,
Purple
it says
gumbo.
yes. Wendy Williams famously ate a crow on her talk show after failed prediction about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West marriage. She had publicly stated that her marriage wouldn't last 72 days, and when it did, she followed through on her word to eat the bird, making a crow gumbo with the help of a chef. The bet, Wendy Williams had bet on her show that Kim Kardashian and Kanye would not last longer than 72 days. She famously declared that it wouldn't last longer than 72 days that she would eat a crow. The outcome lasted longer. Williams followed up with a promise of eating a prepared crow. A chef prepared a crow gumbo for her, which she described as very gamey, maybe gummy. I don't know. It says gamey though, very gamey, but not too bad.
Gamey. It's gamey.
Okay, eating a
Well,
Gamey.
crow
no,
is the
because
idiom.
so but BG made it sound like she was biting the
Yeah,
thing
like some
off. Like
fucking
BG
like
said,
them
like
rock
a
and roll
Yeah,
leg.
I had a
motherfuckers.
visual that she was.
She just pulled her head or like
Yeah,
chewed
Hey,
her
so
head
you
off
so
and
you
rubbed her
mean
head.
like they cooked it?
I never seen it. I never seen the video, so I
Okay.
don't know what
Oh
it
yeah, I'm seeing it
actually
now. I see the
looks
little
like.
video down there. It's on the billboards on TikTok.
It
But
sounds
it's
more like they cooked the bird, which doesn't sound as ridiculous. Like I'm still not eating no crow, but I mean we eat chicken, we eat turkey, we eat we eat birds, we eat duck,
so yeah, that's
so
what they're saying. They say the phrase "eating crow" is the idiom meaning to admit being wrong after taking a strong position. Wendy Williams' literal act of eating a crow was a memorable moment on her show. So it was like pretty much like putting your foot in your mouth type shit. Like so somebody put their foot in their mouth physically, like you know what I mean, because they was wrong type shit. So that's why she did it. But that shit where I work though, still like that shit kind of nasty.
yeah, I'm not eating no crow, man. I enjoy some duck. Duck is amazing. Um, y'all can have the crows.
Yeah, nah, I'm good on the crow shit too, man. Well, yo, man, shit, I ain't think I was gonna hold y'all in here this long, man. We got to we 20 shy of 200, man. We at 180 up here on the live views, man. So shout out to those that pulled up, man. Shout out to my man Justice for staying real active in the chat, man. Man, that's love, man, and we appreciate that. You know, somebody interacting with us and not just tapping in, just listening solely, man. So appreciate you, appreciate Regina for pulling up and being active and sharing the page, man. It's a few people that definitely showed up and interacted with us, man. And once again, shout out to y'all, man. Loba, Rocky, BG, man. Y'all got any last words, man, before we close the joint out, though? Anything y'all got coming up y'all want to promote or drop, you know what I mean? Feel free.
Shit, man. Maybe if I feel like it, I might do a Rockies playlist when I get home. I'm still at work, but I'm gonna be heading out of here so shortly. I might do that. Um, We got the we got Croker Grind on Tuesday.
Right.
This Tuesday we got Croker Grind. Um, and we had the following week Wednesday we got Grimy Talk Radio, which will be hosted by myself, Audiomatic, Thanos over here, and Christina. We're gonna be interviewing Joe Nix, aka Artistry. Um, I think that's gonna be a real dope conversation, real fun times. Y'all pull up for that. I'm working on getting the next multiverses together. Um, I'm hoping we could probably do that in the next week or two. I think it's gonna be a real dope one once I got all the, everybody finalized and everything. Um,
No doubt.
and yeah, that's about it, man. We doing the talent show, the Coca Grind is every 2 weeks. Grammy Talk Radio is every 2 weeks. Um, yeah, and we out here, man. That's pretty much
That's
all.
what's up, man. That's
Shout
what's.
out to everybody in the building, man. I can't see none of like who's in here or who's commenting and
Yeah, I know, man. Y'all,
You
yeah,
gotta
y'all
go
don't
to
really
the
get to see that.
why?
But
You can go to the comments. You can see
yeah,
who in the comments at least.
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, but
nah, but
yeah,
I mean just the way like my position is set up at work
I
right
didn't
now,
even
man. Like it's just
yo, okay, so I didn't even know I could next time around I could stream this shit to
yeah, that's what I was telling you.
mine
Like
too.
anybody that's a guest on the Snap, man, y'all got some other platforms, YouTube, Twitch, any of that. Y'all can actually live stream directly to y'all page as well, like not
Yeah,
just
that's
like
what
we
I
posting.
yeah.
So yeah,
We
man,
can do
that's what I'm
that
saying.
next
Make sure
time
y'all do that
around
next
for
time
sure.
when we get on this GOAT list. I definitely want y'all to pull in Tuesday before Rocky and them do their jam. I want to have my shit a little bit before that. I wanted to run it at the same time because I definitely gonna pull up and support and do my 1-2 maybe. But I definitely want to get back to it Tuesday, man. Sometime Tuesday, get on this quote list and talk about it, man. Everybody pull up with their list, man. And I think that shit's gonna be dope. Pork, yeah, I see your comment, man. You good, bro? Like, when you in here listening, man, I appreciate you just pulling in and commenting and letting us know you was in the building. You know what I'm saying? We did have a lot of people in and out. I'm pretty sure of it. How this thing works, from my knowledge, is that when the people that come on Twitter, like they counted as a live viewer, but they might have left and their view still counts. I believe that's how that works. But on other places, I don't know. I think when somebody's on Twitch and they leave, the number will go down on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about YouTube, but that's what I'm seeing. And probably YouTube and Twitch is like that. I know like when I did direct streams to X by itself, it'll kind of count no matter how many people, as long as they come in there and they click the view, you'll see that view. So I believe that's how that works. So it's neither here or there, man. But I think the numbers is good. My last drink. I think, matter of fact, when Regina just did a stream earlier, via my page, playing a Thanos Vision joint, she had a good 110 or 15 that pulled up to listen to that. So that was dope. Now we at 182 as we speak. So pretty good. I think that's pretty good numbers. We looking for 200. We trying to get to 250 next show. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep promoting and keep on building. And man, appreciate y'all pulling up to the Snap Global. You got some shit, VG. You got some shit you want to plug in?
I got yeah, I got nothing, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I
Hmm.
I
I'm just
appreciate
gonna
being
say
on
thanks for
on the show
having
though,
me.
man.
Everybody stay safe, eat healthy, you know.
No doubt. I appreciate you. Definitely love the insight and the feedback on everything, man. We definitely had a dope conversation. Um, we gonna get back to it. You know what I'm saying? But VG, you say you ain't had nothing.
Uh,
Join
dang
the
man, I don't
TMU,
think.
man. Join the
Oh
community
yeah,
page.
man. Oh yeah, man. You know I'm over here. Listen. Hey, yeah. Join TMU Music Underground. Make sure you go if you're on X. Join. We definitely got to get the communities going everywhere though. To be real, so we ain't gotta just. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you're on X, join the Music Underground community. Make sure you join AGS community as well. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it,
Especially
man.
when
We
we
got a
get
bunch
over
of
here to
shows
chatter,
going
man. We
on,
definitely about
so.
to, yeah, cause we definitely about to be on some other platforms. So to stay tuned with me and my team over here, man. Team UAGS. you know, the snap, man. Like, you know, make sure you lock into them communities, because most likely when we go live, we will be posting them streams directly into those communities. So you'll never miss out on it, in case you're wondering. You know what I mean? So just tapping with us like that, man. But hell yeah, it's been dope, man. I'm gonna close out, man. A little, you know, I guess something inspired, little Cassie Diddy inspired record right here, man. Shout out to my man Spare
Oh,
Parts.
snap.
Shout out to my man Spare Parts for the production, man. Something a little different from your boy. We're gonna close out with that joint, man. And you already know it's your boy Snap, man. Let's get to it, man.
Can you hear
Yeah.
pretty sound?
Talk. Story time.
A sweet melody.
Yeah.
Just let me evoke emotion and knock off your whole train of thought like locomotive. And you know when it comes to a challenge, there's no opponent. I used a whole lot of spare parts and no components. And you know you ain't breaking curfew, I won't condone it. You said you wasn't messing with dude, you better own it. We on our grown shit just kicking in. Sitting back listening to smooth instruments, how sweet the sound. Punchinella, come on, Punchinella, come on. What? Nah, Punchinella, come on, Punchinella. I'm choosing Myra or Laura. She high up off my aura. She said she loved my music, and for that I had a daughter. More than a supporter, she was not just a fan. She wanna be with me even though she got a man, he was a Looney Tune. An income poop. She told me so many little birdies want to fly the coop. She's on the far side, at her home just telling harsh lies. Cops call domestic violence and sparks fly. But wait, there's more to the dark side. She took the kids and split them apart like apartheid. They part ways, nights were better, some dark days. Took them to court for child support, smart play. In my studio, we record when we getting bored. Making flips, flawless victory, that's an even score. One day she sent them a video, he was hella mad. And then he called my pad, what you do to my Mia Moore? How sweet. Nah, Punchinella, come on, Punchinella, come on. Punchinella, come on, Punchinella, come on. Now the moral of the story, don't wife her up if she like to go to orgies. She's not a people person, she just like a lot of people. Been doing this since a teenager, highly illegal. Some brothers once claimed her and thinking they had a treasure. Not knowing that the price you paying the daily measure. She pretty with the mouth. This next bar, you tried to burn my car like P. Diddy at my house. She got heated talking raspy, said her name was Cassie, and he liked to put a leash on her like she's Lassie, and he embarrassed her, they wheelchair like the grassy. He'll take other nut and rub it on him, that nigga nasty. Sound like a bitch if you ask me. I heard they ran up in this mansion, what was that, last week? Don't mean to brag, told her to leave, he trash. She said, I'ma do whatever you say, don't even ask, how sweet. Based on a true story. But nah, Punchinella, come on, Punchinella.